time for the Uncle Rico Show. It's time for the Uncle Rico Show. So chug a course, cause here we go. It's time.
Boom! We're doing it.
There's a glitch in the matrix. To put it lightly, we have been attacked. Here we are, ready to go. Shows up and running, and then boom, out of nowhere, Frog blames StreamYard. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, you show one testicle and they want to take you off. I don't get it. One.
Well, that's all you had.
Well, thank you, everybody. I'm glad all the fans got to come back. Thank you, Big Blue. It's good to see you. Welcome to the Uncle Rico Show, folks. Busy night. I don't know what happened. StreamYard. This aggression will not stand. Wait a minute. Wow, 300 and what? We're a minute in. We're 60 seconds into the show. Oh, were you saying like, wow, 300 a minute in? Oh, so you were complimenting. I'm sorry.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard. It's hard. You know, it's like text messages. You can't just pick up a phone, pick up a pen, and then pick up a phone and call somebody. Thank you. Hi, Shuli here. Welcome to the world famous Uncle Rico Show with your world famous Uncle Rico host, Mr. Zenhauser, right there, Mr. Mike Morse, right there. Thank you all for joining us
again.
Yeah, we heard none of that except for Frog blame. My mic was fine. Shut up. Or he muted me. Did you mute me, you son of a bitch?
Would I do that?
F Nottingham for. Thank you. I'm with you.
Yeah, and fuck Robin Hood.
Did you send our guest the link?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he doesn't like mistakes, so he's probably done. We probably lost
one chance at him. They call him in the business. You get him one time, and then that's it. You don't deliver. He fucks off.
You don't insult Bush. We all know that.
Not if you want it.
Oh, real quick. Thank you, OJ. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks.
OJ Simpson. Yes.
Of course, the one and only. So we had last episode. Oh, there he is. Hello, Angel.
I guess maybe I'm used to the Tonight Show where you don't have to go out and come back in.
The great Adam Bush, ladies and gentlemen. You know him. You love him. How are you, sir?
Better and better, thank you. How are you?
We're good, man. How you holding up in this downtime of no John?
I mean, I'm lonely, but we're getting by.
Right. You still holding out hope that the little guy's going to show back up, you think?
I don't think it's going to take hope to bring him back. I think it's only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, like a lot of people said, we have this payout coming up on the 21st. And then, next month, there's nothing on the books. He hasn't done any shows, so...
Those cameos ain't setting any fires.
No, they are not.
No, but I do like having the time to dissect less of him, to really go over the minutia of a little bit, because there still is so much that he's giving out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is why, and I also like it because now, Frog is putting together these stories here unfolding before our eyes. Some people are new to this, some people don't remember the details, but, this is a classic, boy meets boy, boy loses boy, boy gets boy again. Meanwhile, the other boys hated the first boy the whole time. Boy feels bad that he spent $3,000 on an interview that went nowhere until Karl showed up. There's a lot of and up until the last package was all love. It was all love. And it ended with Kevin requesting that John snipe our show to stick it to us, as that Brennan likes to say. And of course, John showed up an hour and a half late, possibly 2 hours, sniped for about 15 minutes. And yeah.
Really? Okay, sure. Oh.
And was really focused on Mike Morse, which was shocking to see,
Right. Nobody focuses on me.
This is
that's a late stage of alcoholism.
Focusing on Mike, I agree.
Ghosts.
It's a good thing show business wasn't stream sniping us.
Do we need guests? Before we get into the package, I did want to ask Adam. We haven't had him on in a while. So do you have any thoughts about the cameos, the stuff he has done, the shows that he did not, or the show so far he did not do?
I'm loving the cameos because I love his inability to stick to the script and his insistence on, if it was an ex of some kind or someone who died, you'd be like, don't bring them up. Just maybe don't bring them up in this one cameo. Oh, I understand the context. Maybe this time just leave them out, but he can't. Yep. He won't. He has to communicate to all of us, and I think that's a sign of his imminent return.
Mm-hmm. And I wish, like, if you are going to spend whatever the price is today, because I know it's like the stock market, John's cameo, it's through the ceiling one day, it's crashing the next.
Yeah, it's like shitcoin.
Shitcoin. So I would love for somebody to send like a real, like, hey, it's my, niece's graduation, or hey, it's my parents', 60th wedding anniversary. Right. I would love to see what you get outside of the Dabbleverse.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you it won't stay outside of the Dabbleverse, like you said, but at least that, you're not putting any names in there that he knows. Like, give him a real one. Right. I want to see what that cameo is all about. We still have yet to see
He's incapable and he's not right for it. You wouldn't want Tom Waits to wish you a happy anniversary. He can do many things that are wonderful, but that might not be his. He's like a scary, degenerate pirate at this point. He's like squinting up at the sun from his old beaten car because he can only get Wi-Fi from the McDonald's, and there's nothing heartwarming or happy graduation about this ghoul you're looking at.
There was one I saw Karl talking about. This guy asked him to bust his friend's balls, and he gave him some things, none of which were fat. And the first thing he says, he goes, "Hey, you fat fuck." That's the first thing he said about the guy.
It's like a cartoon where they have to be about himself. He can't.
Right.
Everyone is just about friendless, right? He called the guy friendless.
Yep.
I don't think that was in the description. I think
that
just came out of him. Friendless.
Zen, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wonder how many, because I don't know how many cameos people reject when they're on Cameo. I bet you his rejection level way surpasses that of what he actually does as far as Cameo goes, because he's not getting away from people saying, say Shuli's the best, and say that I love Shuli and he's, I'm the real shit weigher, and, I was a loser on the Howard Stern show. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably so many people trying to get him just to say things for the goofs of it, and it's ruining his Cameo, profile, because he won't do it because it's going to fuck with him. It's fucking with him. So therefore he's just not getting away from it.
I think another thing that ruins his Cameo profile is the fact that he's now doing his podcast one cameo at a time. That's not what the product is. It's for a fan to make a connection with somebody that they're a fan of, or somebody that they know is a fan of, and make their day by sending them a video of this person acknowledging them, noticing them. That's what it's for. It's not for you to fucking threaten to call my dad again. That's not Cameo. That's the Stuttering John podcast.
Well, it's like if Hitler had I hate to say Hitler because he's more congenial, but if Hitler had like a cameo thing, and he'd be like, okay, thank you, Heinz. Yes, I killed 6 million Jews. Okay, I'm not gonna do this one. It's the Jew thing again. I told everybody no Jews. I'm not not kidding the Jews. Yeah, because that's all the only fans he has now in his day and age is the Dabbleverse. He doesn't want to admit it.
Along the same lines of Hitler, I think is it Smokey Robinson that has that cameo where he's like, "Happy Chanukah, everybody." Yep. I don't know what that means, but Happy Chanukah. He's trying. It's Smokey. Yeah. He was willing to. He didn't think they're out to get me. No, he just said it the best he could.
So I just looked at John's cameo page here, and he got rid of there was a bunch of them. There's now just one on there.
Right, just his greeting, like his
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
info. Right. So that's the thing with Cameo is he didn't realize at first because he probably put no research into it that the videos you make and it's dumb because that's a selling point. That's how you market your channel, your cameos by putting up one so people can see.
Oh
what
wait,
they
no,
would-
this is new.
Whoa. Oh, send it to Discord.
Yeah, hold on.
Breaking news. I was gonna say it was pretty quiet today.
Yeah.
Any tweets? Anything? You know? TikTok? Oh, speaking of TikTok, John blocked me on Clearwater Chat. Where are you on Clearwater Chat, Adam?
North of Tallahassee.
You said John was not happy with you, Clearwater. I wonder what happened.
Yes, very curious what happened.
Okay, send him the link, please.
didn't
Let
see
him
that.
come on for a few minutes
Yeah,
and tell
come
us what's going on. H is for heretic. Wahapa. Looking at you, frog. Yeah, he keeps blaming StreamYard, but we all know what's going on. I blame that amphibian son of a bitch. Yep. Agreed. You know. If you know, you know. Adam's won me over. I'm going to finally watch Buffy. Okay. Enjoy.
It's just like this show. It's the same thing. If you like this, you will love that.
Yeah. I mean, Adam's great, but there's also vampires in it and shit too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But check that out.
What do you got?
Hey, Paul, this is the world famous Stuttering John Melendez just getting out of the gym. Got to pump the iron.
He's driving. The
No,
car's
I think
moving.
I thought so too.
Oh,
but the car behind him's going. I hope.
I think that was a boat. I think he's in the water.
First of all, I see the car is a very a lot of people on Cameo use the vehicle for their studio to broadcast. I know it's because having someone who's been on Cameo, you don't feel good about yourself when you're like, Cheryl, just want to wish you a happy birthday. You got to do voices and wigs.
And this is another one right out of the gym.
I mean, if that's what you want to go with, sure. It could be just right out of the house and into the driveway.
Sure. Right out of the bar.
Right.
His face looks like the boulder that chased Indiana Jones,
Boys, get on that, please.
but wet. Like, we don't know that he went to the gym. We just know that he's wet.
Right.
Just to clarify, if you're just tuning in, folks.
Turns out I'm half salamander, so I have to stay moist at all times.
I have a spray bottle next to me.
He's got a little Mickey, the wrestler.
Mickey Rourke. Yeah.
Mickey Rourke, yes.
Famous Stuttering John Melendez just getting out of the gym. Got to pump the iron, you see. You know, you got to keep this shit going. Especially if I'm forced to kick some ass. Anyway,
What?
I want to wish you a happy 5-year wedding anniversary. Holy shit. 5 years. That's amazing. 2 great years.
Ugh.
So he crowbarred in one of his shitty jokes that he's used a million times into the first. He talks about beating people up in somebody's 5-year wedding anniversary cameo. Let's not lose sight of that.
Wow.
And now he's about to shit on them, their relationship.
Yeah, and the
Great.
joke doesn't work unless it's like, 15 years, 20 years. And look at that crease in his head. Holy shit.
I think
And
you think yeah,
It's
go
not
ahead.
his joke. It's an old joke book joke.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
from his
yeah.
act, but it's not even
Right.
his. And his take on it is to add nothing.
Right.
Like heavy breathing.
Right. Feels like 15 years, feels like 15 minutes. Underwater. Hello.
Something.
As you can tell by my forehead, I am recently recovering from a hatchet wound, so please bear with me.
Crazy.
He knew it wasn't going to work as soon as she picked Little Miss Can't Be Wrong as her wedding song. Anyway, she wanted me to tell you how much she loved you. In fact, she told me that she...
Does that Carvin date the joke, Adam, a little bit?
Do you remember the spin doctors?
I'll tell you what, for your money, let me tell you something. No one's doing a spin doctors. Right? I don't even think the spin doctors mentioned the spin doctors on Cameo.
Is he Is this car run by foot power like the Flintstones? Like, why is he out of breath? I have no. Sorry, I had to start the car.
Oh my god!
I got drunk with Chris Barron at the whore door.
Gonna give you
I gotta go back a little bit. Hold on.
anyway. She wanted me to tell you how much she loved you. In fact, she told me that she's gonna give you a blowjob, then lick your ball sack, then lick your ass real deep inside your asshole, and then tongue kiss you with all that shit residue all over her fucking tongue.
All right, here's all I ask. So, Adam, control yourself, please. This is a professional show. This is all I ask. Whoever sent him this, please send me the actual email so I can see if any of that was in it. Because
I'm lost now.
My gut tells me that was improv, John, going off script, but I could be wrong.
Wow.
Oh, God.
What are the odds that she sees this and is like, honey, how did you know?
Yeah, right. The actual email is, it's our 5-year wedding anniversary, and I don't want to fuck her anymore. Could you just speak from the heart? Thanks.
Yeah, she no longer wants to fuck you either. She saw the cameo.
You even remembered the shit residue on your tongue.
That's how much she loves you.
Oh, and he's spitting. Look at this chunk that flies out of his mouth.
All over her fucking tongue. That's how much she loves you. Anyway, I
Hold
hear
on. Shit, sorry. But can we look at the amount of cat hair that is on his shirt right here?
Oh wow. Yeah.
Or wherever he shaved. Could be. Well, I think that's cat hair.
ball sack. Then
It's a cat hair shirt. I don't know. If you've seen
It's
those.
made of cat hair. Then I
Very
stand.
niche. Yeah,
I stand corrected.
lick your ass real deep inside your asshole, and then tongue kiss you with all that shit residue all over her fucking tongue. That's how much she loves you. Anyway, I hear you're a 6'4".
Anyway, let's hear it for the troops out there, guys. Give it up for the troops.
Blonde 49ers fan. I prefer the 69ers. Hey, you get it?
Oh Jesus.
I'm going to say this, and you can agree or disagree, but I think Mark
I
Wahlberg,
agree.
Mark Wahlberg at the end of Boogie Nights, doing what he's doing in that car is less embarrassing and humiliating than what John's doing in his car.
I think
right now.
Mark Wahlberg in that, was it Fear, where he plays the
Yeah.
abusive boy? He's less scary than this.
Wow. But anyways,
Anyway,
Well, here's the
I
thing.
see
Hold
how-
on. What if you are a fan of Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show and you pay for this and this guy's talking, he's doing the elephant thing and he's talking about shit residue on his tongue? You're like, I don't remember
fighting
Stuttering John
people.
being.
Yeah.
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 You'd say, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody stole John's phone. Some homeless guy stole John's phone.
He should have to hold up an old headshot in front of him so they know who he is.
Hi, this is Timothy Chalamet. How are you doing?
Holy F, the difference in his appearance from the Blunder times to now is staggering. He went from a decent looking guy to a homeless person, especially today. The episode we watched today, where Howard asked people to vote. If you don't, it started, who would you fire? And then Howard realized John would jump out the window. So he changed it to who doesn't like John. And sure enough, John got 2 votes, no, and just floored him the rest of the day. Couldn't just tell me who it is. Just step forward. Why wouldn't you? Be a man. Fucking great.
I did see some of that, and Fred and Howard were very protective of him.
Yes.
And he had no appreciation of it at all. He knows Fred doesn't like him, but as a family member of this team, he was like, no, I'm not going to say anything bad about him. And Howard said something like, no, I don't want him to feel bad. Like, let's not. They cared about him. And all he felt was the 2 anonymous people that didn't like him. That's all he cared about.
Well, and also just the fact that he's so focused on the attack that he doesn't see his friends
That's what I'm saying,
supporting him. Yeah, exactly. Like fucking nuts. He's all about the fight.
I have a little girl named Quinn.
Well, I'm sure she'll enjoy the tongue in the ass part from earlier. Jesus Christ.
And anyway, I'm really happy for you. I'm sad that you're into the Dabbleverse. They're all losers. Really, let's face it, I'm the only winner in the bunch. Nobody has the credit.
He somehow he left and he's coming back Asian. I don't know how he's doing it, but
Credits I have. No one has 2 kids in the Ivy Leagues. Only I do. Fucking hell, I got a house, I got a boat, I got a Harley, and I got a Mercedes. And I got 3 great kids, and I got a humongous cock.
Anniversary greeting, by the way.
yeah, right. Thank you. I got lost there for a minute.
Look at him. I dare you. Look at him.
I got cat hair shirts for days. Wow. Happy anniversary, by the way.
And by the way, look at the top of his head. When he bends over a little bit, the recession.
Yes.
It's fucking like it's bad. You can actually start seeing through it now.
It's warp speed over there, man, with that hair.
Yeah. It's not good.
That's what the last girl I just shagged told me. And that was only a few days ago. The Duke is kicking some ass now, man. As soon as I got out.
See, and that's where the sickness is like nobody knows whether or not he got laid. Nobody really cares. Everybody assumes he's not getting laid. But the fact that he's 60 and he has to tell this schoolyard type lie on a cameo for somebody's wedding anniversary. Like, that's fucking nuts. That's where the sickness takes over. He's got to make shit up.
Yeah.
Out of this shit, I'm getting laid like crazy. Anyway,
the Dabbleverse was what's holding him back from getting laid. God.
What else did I want to say? Yeah, if I'm ever in your area doing stand-up, you guys got VIP tickets. Enjoy your anniversary. Get laid. Hey, say what? Get laid, get fucked. Isn't that? Here she comes walking around, moaning.
What?
Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. And this is Stuttering John saying, good yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have $1 million idea. Here's my idea. John, you do cameos with Adam and just have Adam in the corner of the screen like this during your cameos. People would pay I would pay $300 for that cameo. You singing, talking about tongues in your ass, and Adam just sitting there like a statue. I would pay good
He
money.
looks like he wants super chats so bad that you can slide your credit card directly into his forehead.
Oh my God. Wow. Oh, first of all, I just got to mention our buddy Mars, who is brilliant. His YouTube channel. Go support this guy Mars. I think he's like 1 subscriber away from 1,000 or something. He's brilliant, and he just sent us. I don't know if you guys saw this yet. This is
Harry. This is the world famous Stuttering Arnold. Thank you so much for your cameo. Now let's see. Why do I continually threaten a fight? Well, I'm assuming you're American. So what happened after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor? Didn't we declare war on Japan and Germany?
so. Am I Japan or is Karl Japan? Who's Germany and who's Japan? Or
I
are
would
we?
say Karl has to be Germany, right? I mean,
I think he meant Karl's Germany and you're Japan.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Then that makes more sense.
Right.
Didn't we?
didn't
I
we?
believe so. So when somebody does something rotten to somebody else, I believe in justice.
You know,
This really does sound like a Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
the fact that he's easier to understand as Arnold Schwarzenegger to understand as John is boggling.
Well, here's a guy that is easy to understand, and let's find out what's going on between him and his mentor, Stuttering John. Please welcome Clearwater Chad.
Ooh, Chad.
Thanks,
Hey.
guys.
Hey, can you turn your phone sideways or your tablet sideways or your screen?
Let me
Or
see.
can you lay
sorry.
sideways?
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Suck it in a little bit.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's my day one, guys.
No problem. So what happened with John?
John disowned me.
What?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he blocked me on TikTok, even though I apologized to him.
Really? Now, when he reaches out, is it via DM? Does he have your phone number first of all?
He does not have my phone number, but he was so mad. He messaged me on TikTok, and then he also emailed me.
What did he say?
Yeah.
I can't say the words because they're too abusive of the English language.
Well,
Wow.
you can paraphrase.
I can abbreviate it. He said, "F off, you effing traitor."
Wow.
Wow.
But didn't he say it was okay for you to go on, right?
He did, but he didn't like the screenshots, and I apologized to him. I just said I thought that was a Tuesday of docs. Yeah, I thought that was like something we did around here, and I apologized. It was a lapse of my judgment for a second, and I apologized.
Oh, wait a minute. The guy who constantly puts people's DMs up and uses it as a weapon was upset that you showed a DM where John said nothing bad. John didn't attack. He didn't curse at you.
Right. We were trying to figure out what he said, right? And so yeah, no, and I wanted to be a man, so I apologized. I said I'm sorry that I let you down, John. I'll try to do better next time. And I kind of threw Shuli under the bus a little bit, and I said I didn't know that you were going to disclose that live, but
sure, that's fine.
I didn't think you'd mind. But other than that, I apologize like a man, and
sure.
He countered that with blocking me on TikTok.
Wow. Like he goes, I apologize like a man and blamed it on Shuli. Okay, so when you apologize, what was his response to that?
He didn't respond. He just blocked me on TikTok. He didn't answer my email.
Wow.
Now, how do you feel about him, Chad?
Yeah, I feel like let me say this. The last guy that did this to me, and it wasn't even this extreme, he blocked me because I said hi in his chat room.
Right.
So I went ahead and I countered that with making over 200 videos about him.
Oh,
wow.
So we might have to go a little darker on the John videos. Hope you guys are okay with that.
Listen, it's not coming on this channel, so you knock yourself out.
Whatever you want to do, man. It's a free country.
Chad, yeah. But listen, I mean, you can't say people didn't warn you, right?
I know. I have to learn for myself. I'm hard-headed, folks.
Folks, he's only human, folks.
I'm sorry I say that a lot. That's one of my errors.
I like it. I think I have no problem with you saying it. Don't change anything on my account.
And it is refreshing to see someone actually believe in John.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
There's only one left.
Yeah.
Did you talk to Clay at all since your appearance?
No, I never really, just on the air, I never really had any contact with him. And I guess this probably ends my friendship with Rob Saul, too.
Oh, no.
Did anyone from the Stuttering John Army or camp reach out to you other than Stuttering John after PDP?
No, no one.
Okay. Well, see
what
what
your
they
brother
think of
say.
you. Yeah, what'd your brother think?
He thought it was a good show, but he said I should apologize.
Right.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He said we can't dox. He said, we can't dox him.
Sure. Hey, listen. Lesson learned. What are you gonna do? It's a
It was
dirty
fun,
world.
and the fun's just beginning, in my opinion, because I like to make videos.
I understand. Well, Chad will be there to watch him. Adam, any follow-up questions or for Chad?
Yeah, hey, Chad, it's really nice to meet you. I just wanted to say that I think it's really smart that you said you're going to channel that all into your work and not feel inhibited to do any kind of work that might please one person and just do the kind of stuff that you would want to see and makes you happy. I think that is definitely the way to go. And please don't feel bad at all. It's a temporary thing. He'll change his mind in a little bit. I can't tell you how many times we've seen on this show that he explained to David Feldman that if only people like Triumph and Borat would apologize to him or pay him respects. Well, I paid him respects. You apologized to him, and it didn't make a fucking difference. So don't worry about it. You did the right thing. Make that stuff darker, and we look forward to seeing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any final statement from you, Chad?
No, just if anyone wants to see those videos, they're going to be on the Clearwater Chad channel. It's just called Clearwater Chad.
All right. Give our best to your brother. Boys, you have any questions before Chad leaves? You good?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Chad, all the best. Clearwater Chad, folks. One hand against the other makes a great sound. Thank you, Chad.
Thanks.
All right, buddy. I love him. It's a home
great,
run.
Yeah.
He's, nobody's doing what he's doing. I'll tell you that.
Broadcasting sideways.
I think what John doesn't understand is that you don't want a man like that not on your side. You don't want that guy thinking bad things about you late at night because he's got the time and the means and the energy and the hyper focus. So you don't want it'd be best if that guy was working with you, not against you, I think.
Yes, the great Siobhan from Howard Stern lore. When we were at her loft and a gentleman was trying to have sex with Siobhan for tickets to the Artie roast, I was there covering it for the news, and I made some joke about there was a picture and it was Siobhan's daughter, and I made like a crack about her being hot, and Siobhan turned to me and Siobhan says, "You don't want Bill to come out." You understand? And I went, absolutely. So yeah, I get what I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Bush.
It's not the blustering, loud, barking dog. It's the quiet, still person that doesn't raise their voice.
People?
Yeah, I want to meet Bill.
And they warn you too. They're not. They'll throw you a warning. They'll go, "Let's not go down this road." You know.
I'm sorry, I blacked out and there was a pile of dead puppies around me. Shuli. I gotta go.
Not so Cash. Whoop whoop. Let's fucking go. That's our Juggalo pals. Thank you, Cash. Good to see you. Zen, I know that you will kick ass this weekend. TSN keeps me laughing so much. Thanks, guys. Hi, Don and Frog.
Thank you, Peg Leg. Thank you. Thank you to everybody in the chat who's always supportive and all the people who are coming to the show. It's if you haven't gotten your tickets yet and you do want to come, it's on Saturday, this January 18th at Poughkeepsie, New York. Go to laughitupcomedy.com for tickets. And it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great comedians on the show. And it's going to be a great hang.
Come be a part of history, folks.
Yeah.
Adam Bush is such a great guest, but at the end of the day, Zen all day. Zen Fidels unite. Allah Akbar. Oh, hi, Don.
Oh, hey, Thief Trippins.
Hey, Adam, how much for you to wear a Velma costume from Scooby-Doo?
I mean, I'm half in one already.
You don't see the skirt. Hey, I wanted to ask Adam while I think of it. Because the last few shows John did, he did mention him and saying that how you begged him to come on. So I thought maybe you would have won a chance to.
Not to mention that he went out of his way to get you on with the losers. Right?
First of all, I'm really glad you asked that because, in fairness, it's not a mischaracterization. I asked him 2 or 3 times. Okay. And I think that's enough. I mean, I don't know if that's begging, but in his mind, it's not. It's fairly accurate. I did ask him 3 times. It was funny. I said, I'll always be grateful to you for getting me on the greatest radio show in the world. And he kind of ran with those adjectives and just placed them wherever he wanted them. Greatest and grateful and forever grateful, and I'll always be grateful. We all know he doesn't remember this. He doesn't know who I am.
Nope.
I gave him this memory that he doesn't know. Wow. He still thinks he played with us on the song. He didn't. He wasn't even in the room. All he did was tell us the wrong studio to rehearse in and recommend us. But he didn't know who I am. He knew the tenor sax player who called 4 guys. I knew another one of the guys. That was it. I gave him this as a gift. And he always says, if someone would just pay their respects and thank me. So I went out of my way to pay my respects and thank him, and he still wants me to die.
I love that his contribution was a mistake. That's the best. Nothing more John-esque than that.
It was so satisfying, though, because it really was like going to Mad Magazine and seeing Alfred E. Newman running around. Like, Gary came running in. He's like, who told you could play horns in here? And we all said, John. He's like, of course. And then he runs out. And we're like, it's just like on the radio.
Well, that was great on Blunder today is Howard's talking about him and the camera goes live back in the office and someone's guy's got a phone, another one's typing. John's the only one, feet up, relaxed, legs wide open, listening to the show, relaxing. Every time they went back there, he wasn't working. It was amazing. Adam adds such an interesting perspective to every show he's on. He's really great. Almost as great as Zen Special Letitia, January 18th in Poughkeepsie.
I'll see you there, James. He's coming. He's going to have a
excellent.
Has he made the LA fires about himself yet? No, he hasn't, which is odd because he has an inn. He lived there for, 20 years. I'm not saying he has to, but I don't know. It's odd that he wouldn't try and jump on this.
He's very vocal on Facebook, and he is more of someone his age living by himself. Like, it's very stereotypical of that kind of thing, and he does post a lot on there, and it is very political. I bet there's a bunch of stuff about the fires on there if you can get on there. He has multiple pages, but
check it out, boys. Happy birthday, Steve. The dues payer has no soul. Okay. I'll give you that. If it's not $1.99, don't give him money, says Gilman. Adam, John has mentioned more than once that you beg continuously to get on his show and that he has receipts. What's your side? This was from a while ago.
Yeah,
so
he's not wrong. He's not wrong. That is fair. Do you know what I mean?
Well, beg is a strong word.
Beg is like 10, 12 messages with no response. Like, that's begging. You sent them to, because by the time he gets them, he's either shit-faced or waking up.
I knew it would be a process.
Right.
And I knew how he would respond. It took 2 for him to write back, sure.
Exactly.
Which is that's what he does. Kate Meany, that's his integrity verification. That's, I said sure sarcastically because I didn't believe you. Or I said sure, okay, come on the show. And he left it like that for months. So I did it again. And then he was kind enough to send me the link that didn't work with the wrong time and the wrong code.
His vetting process is, I got a DM. I didn't know that. That's it. That's all it consists of. Bush for Duke 2025.
Yeah.
Janet, the evil lawyer, my dear. 17 months. Isn't it bad enough you killed Tara? Now you're hanging out with Zenhauser? Yeah. Mighty have fallen. He looks terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I think Adam looks fine. He hasn't changed much. 5 years? How many is that in Kardashian years? That's another good callback. Holy shit, Adam is finally trashing Difficult John. You get what you ask for, Duke. I mean, I think this is... I wouldn't constitute this as trashing by any means.
I don't think so. And
John would.
Yeah, well, he just can't. He sees us here hanging out and having a good time, and that's enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's guilty by association. That's how it works.
Correct. Can you imagine this fool taking a physical?
Who, me?
Abdullah the Butcher didn't have creases like that. Yeah, that's what I always think of.
Less head trauma.
Dusty, Abdullah, all those guys. John looks like a stale munchkin on Cameo. That's a good pull. Christ almighty, that filter on his laptop was pulling off a Herculean task, wasn't it? Those filters are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about spin doctors, but if you want to tongue my asshole, just go ahead now.
If you want to tongue my asshole, just go ahead
now.
It was so funny you didn't even need to sing it. It was hilarious. Go ahead.
While he's figuring that out.
Yeah.
Let me turn it off. I'll get it.
Go.
Why don't you leave for 20 minutes? See if you can figure it out.
That was so romantic. Well, hey, listen, The couple's celebrating 5 years. Who knows what's going on? His forehead wrinkle's going one way. His nose is going the other way. He really is a building gargoyle.
If you want to tongue my asshole, just go ahead now. If you want to tongue my asshole, put your whole head in. Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait, oh.
I couldn't imagine that song getting any wider, but you found a way. That was Pete Seeger.
You tie a sweater around your neck next time before you do that.
Pat Boone of Spin Doctors, Mike Morse.
I know the Spin Doctors are a little rough for y'all, so I've softened it up and made it palatable.
He looks like the Ghostbusters 2 bad guy from the painting, Gozar, right?
No, that was the first one.
Vigo, right. Stutjo looks like De Niro in Cape Fear. He looks like a nutsack on chemo. There's another comparison. I haven't seen that movie. Do you think he mentioned going to the gym to explain his appearance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
call.
that's his donut tire. That's his, he'll never not have an excuse for being a sweaty mess because he can always
Can I say, like, the gym. But can I say, if a woman goes to the gym and comes back looking like that, that's understandable because it takes them time to do their hair and their makeup, and when you see a woman without makeup, it could be a little shocking at first. When a man does it, pretty much what you see is what you get for the most part. Maybe a little sweaty, but he looks like he's melting. Something wrong with him.
He looks like he was forced to go to a gym.
Yeah, he's not going to the gym. It's so funny that we believe this. We just take his word for it. He doesn't have air conditioning in his car.
That, as well as Stevie Tomatoes, is right next to a gym. So I think he goes there so much that he's like, I'll just say I'm over here.
In case they're tracking me, it'll look like I went to the gym.
Exactly. Anytime. I just got to flip the switch.
But at least you still don't have AIDS.
Well, not that switch, but a different one. Happy anniversary. Join me in my unfathomable sorrow. Thank you, Bob Dildo. Jad Allen, the professor, dropping a 20 bomb. Let's go.
What the fuck, Mr. Warmth himself?
My dick.
I'll suck your dick.
Oh, hey, beautiful man, meat.
We love everybody here. That's why. Thank you. I'd pay a lot to see these people's reactions to these cameos. Well, they're dabblers. Nobody outside of the Dabbleverse is looking for him on Cameo, cares that he's on Cameo, or wants a cameo from him. He no longer even resembles a human. Grotesque. Thank you, Eugene. Hellraiser, I have a huge cock, yet he has a song about how he has a small cock. It was the intro song to his podcast. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I never forget the line. I feel tiny like a baby hiney. Carly Simon wrote a song about SJ, legend in your own time, portion of the lyrics, but a legend's only a lonely boy when he goes home alone. Zen rules. Wow. Deep. I dig that. I'm sideways. Came Clearwater Chad. Clearwater Chad Nation, the great Gonzo in the building. Can Clearwater Chad say, yep, he turned on me? Sure. He'll do it on his work. Absolutely. Clearwater Chad, can you beat John in the... Come on. Of course he can.
Yeah.
That's like, imagine a bear just ripping the head off of somebody. That's what we're talking about here.
Falling on him.
Brute strength. Just check John's Cameo. Now they are $100.
Well, he had a sale. That's why he was 60% off on all cameos up till today. And now he's back to his original price.
What are the odds that he's timing it with Uncle Rico, where he goes, these guys are going to go live. They're going to play one of my cameos. I'll pop it to 100.
I feel like a cameo is coming pretty soon from our channel. I feel
too. Yeah, we're going to get in the cameo business. And mark my words, we're going to charge $1 more than John. $1 more, and we're going to make more than him. Why is Artie sideways? It's not Artie. It's Clearwater Chad. Adam is the Dabbleverse guidance counselor. He is, which makes it weird to announce Reels dropping a dove. Come on. I'll suck your dick.
Oh, hey, beautiful man, meat.
So Reels is a TSN cocksucker, right?
That's really gross.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Chris Hall, how did Chad not fall off the wall? It's like the old Batman. What's up, all you chunky Mansons? One of my favorite insults we saw in a blunder the other day. Chunky Manson. Where were you, Sunflower Dragon? I missed some lives lately because of my schedule. I'm so happy to catch a live with Adam. Hope you're okay, Adam, with the fires. Yeah, how you doing?
Thank you. We're okay. I'm okay where I am. The air is very toxic, and there's a lot of horrible stuff going on, but I'm okay. Yeah. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, man. Thanks for sticking in there and always giving it your all. Great show, boys. Thank you, Miss New York.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump into some of this package here. Hold on. Adam, you traumatized me as a child when you shot Tara. Glad to see you sticking around the Dabbleverse, however.
Thank you, and I'm really sorry. I really am.
Yeah, he means it too.
Have you ever had a fan like legit angry at you and on the street?
Like Kathy Bates, misery shit? Wow.
I've opened a hotel room and found people in there that were angry with me.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why? Because you didn't tip when they brought your bags up? What happened?
No, because
it's an intervention.
Yeah, it was. I just hadn't seen my dad in so long. So shocking to see him there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It is a part of me. That's why. I mean, I personally relate and get so frustrated by John sometimes because we're both from Long Island. We both started in entertainment when we were young, and we both have had a lot of pretend or what's the word? Just exaggerated, dramatic hate from fans.
Right.
Put in our direction. It just never occurred to me to wage war individually on every single one of them. It's wild. You were talking just, I think, in the episode earlier, Shuli, about how you were like, yeah, I made some mistakes. I think I was a little too hungry. I think I did this. And I was like, wow, could you imagine ever hearing John say anything like that? Ever, even a little bit, just to say I learned something,
Yeah.
It never happened. So we all get to learn through him and on his back because he refuses to self-reflect.
Well, and it's like for me to sit there and be like, I know more than a guy who's done this for 30 plus, like that. When that reality hit me, I was like, oh, I'm a total douche. Like, what the fuck? And it was twofold because I stopped attacking it that way and just laid back. And then I was in there all the time. So it made a huge difference, that realization. They all do. Every single one of them. Zen, did you want to say something?
No, I just... Why? Am I muted?
No. I thought you were talking right when
I was looking at Cameo's terms. I was looking at Cameo's community guidelines.
Terms of service.
Under illegal conduct, violence, inciting, encouraging, promoting, threatening, or depicting violence, cruelty, terrorism, or harm, including towards oneself or one's animals, is prohibited on Cameo. So, I mean, he's threatening to come beat people up and fight them. I don't think that's allowed to.
There it is, Adam. There's the boulder coming after Indy. Listen.
So I don't know if anybody wants to, people shouldn't get in touch with Cameo.
No, but he also shouldn't threaten people in a 5-year wedding anniversary Cameo. I mean, like the guy can help himself out.
Yeah.
But don't put yourself in a position where that can come back to bite you in the ass. All right, let's get into this. This is part 2. Do we have a little recap attached to this, Froggy?
Sir.
Or should I set it up a little bit?
I think you should set it up.
Oh, he went to
Is he pissing?
I caught the right time. I love it.
Oh, God.
All right, let's find out together. This is so up until this point, Kevin and John in love.
Is he back yet?
No. Kevin and John in love, and now he asked John to snipe our show. It didn't go well. This is the following day.
Right. And Andy,
Kevin,
if he gets in touch with
about you.
Hold on, what?
Andy, if he gets in touch with you secretly that he's going to piss, you fucking tell us. You don't keep that shit.
Always
secret.
rat him out, please.
Yeah, I think we're at code orange right now, which means I think he pissed himself.
Thank you, Andy.
You're welcome.
I hate it when you guys fight.
My tummy hurts.
And then also Stuttering John was on yesterday, and basically Stuttering John lied to me. After we got off the show yesterday, I took a picture, a screenshot of the Shuli Network live chat, and it said at 6:47. I took a picture. Somebody on the Shuli Network who was ever live in the chat said it is live, talking about their show today.
I wish we could see his live chat right now going, Did you get a picture, Kevin? What was the picture? Were they live? What time was it?
And this was at I sent John I screenshot that, took a picture at 6:48. I said the Shuli Network is in the chat saying it's live, so it probably is. He says, I'll do it. I said, should be good. Then I texted him at 7:41. Because at that point, I didn't even care anymore. 7:41, and now 45 minutes.
We started at 7
minutes after they start. I said, what happened?
What happened?
He said, I thought you said 7. Then he says, I'm in California. Yeah, we know. We know. We're on the East Coast. Everybody knows we're on the East Coast. The Shuli Network is based on the East Coast. I'm based on the East Coast. Everybody mostly here is based on the East Coast in this world. So then I said, so he's basically saying, I thought you said 7, even though I told him to jump off the show at my show at 6:30 so he could get ready to do the show. He's going to snipe it. It didn't matter to me if he sniped it. I just thought it'd be funny because he was sniping it the week before. And
so he opens his show with pictures, timestamps, chat photos, offered to pay John, and then he goes, that's not important to me. I don't really care.
He had the camera on silent mic, and I thought it was funny. So I said, do it again. It'll be funny. So I said, jump off at 6:30. That way, if you need to get beer. So he thought I want him to jump off at 6:30, 3:30 his time for 7 o'clock show. Nobody needs 3.5 hours to get beer.
Depends on how much beer you're drinking.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. Can I just say something really fast? I could not focus on what he was saying. What the fuck was he talking about? It just sounds like a 15-year-old boy that got like ghosted on a date, and you want to be like, just get over it and move on. Like, I don't know what. There's something about his voice that I can't focus on. It just makes me want to tune out. It sounds like Grandpa going through slides of his vacation and dropping one and picking it up, and I'm genuinely interested in this exchange, and I can't fucking focus on it.
Yeah, and I'll translate for you. Basically, what he's saying is he texted John to snipe the show at 7. John texted him back and said, oh, I'm on the West Coast. I thought you said 7 on the West Coast. And he also said that he took a screenshot. He took a picture of TSN in the chat saying we were live. So he texted John, they're live. Go on now. And John did not till 45 minutes later.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you couldn't focus on what he was saying because he wasn't focusing on what he was saying.
No, he's terrible.
He's like, oh, and then,
right.
Yeah.
This is exactly why that anti-Karen show was never work. I can't do that. I can't. There's nothing there. There's no meat on that bone. Mm-hmm. It's just bad. It just sucks. But now he's hurt because Kevin was his new Howard. That was his new daddy, and now daddy's mad at him.
Well, not only that, but I don't think he paid him either.
Right,
Bob, $5,000 a month. I don't like to say it. It's not true. I never said it. And then Bob quit because I didn't pay him. Again, 100% lie. Bob quit because he could. I can't take.
His sniping's
all right. So, let's take a deep dive into Mr. Brennan. Yeah, I spent all morning. Well, first I sniped the dues payer. Hey, dues payer! But then what happens?
What happens?
I see my buddy Kevin Brennan is live.
Hold on. Can I just go back for a second? Is that the top of a blender? Like one of those ninja things?
Yeah, what are they called?
Hey, yeah.
Bullets.
Bullets, yeah. Okay.
Wrong bullet, unfortunately.
Yeah. I wish there was one going in his mouth.
But then what happens? I see my buddy Kevin Brennan is live. You know, the guy that I left the pub for.
Oh, wow.
That's friendship.
Wow. That's jumping in front of a bullet in his world.
Yeah, a literal bullet.
Yeah.
He said he was going to pay me to snipe the dues payer. Now he's saying that I'm so stupid.
How stupid
that
are
I
you?
didn't know that he meant 7 Eastern time. You're blind. Kevin Brennan doesn't give a shit about you.
He's not wrong yet.
Even John, who likes to drink. Nobody needs 3.5 hours. So he's playing I'm in California. So then I said 4 your time. And he's like, shit. How? And then whatever. So anyway, so this is who I had on yesterday. A guy who pretends he doesn't know what time it is. And a guy who wants me dead.
Dude.
Sounds like a jam-packed show.
He said he was going to pay me to snipe the dues payer.
Is he cutting lines? What is he doing?
Yeah.
The motion does look that way.
Now he's saying that I'm so stupid that I didn't know that he meant 7 Eastern time. So let's think about this for a second.
Here we go.
I don't know the dues payer's schedule, nor do I want to know.
You asked me to do a job at a certain time. I don't want to know that time.
And when
You told me to take the bus. I don't know bus schedules. What am I supposed to schedule guy?
Yeah. Right. Oh, you're leaving it up to me to figure out? Huh.
But then you can look
KB
back and see this. This would be what he said to Howard, what he said at the Tonight Show. I
Correct.
didn't know. How am I going to know that that's supposed to be done that way?
Yeah, that's always been John's thing. How should I know?
I don't know the dues payer's schedule, nor do I want to know. Now, when KB told me, go get ready, go get beer, whatever you have to do, what did I say? I said, what, am I fired? Because I was like, why does he want me to leave when it's the dues pay is not till 3.5 fucking hours away? Maybe he just wants me to leave his show.
Context clue?
That's how insecure I am.
Okay, well, there's a little bit of truth.
Wow.
Even though I thought I killed it.
Well,
But
also delusions.
maybe that's what it was. So what I do, I called Dave, who's late as usual. And I said, Dave, why do you think Kevin wanted me to leave so early? He's like, I don't know. That was weird. I go, yeah. I mean,
We're really getting to the bottom of this, guys. Hang in there, Adam. You good?
Whew.
It's a long, hard road, my friend. I'm moving you up so people can see it.
It's like nothing is happening and everything is happening. Like he's speaking so slowly and saying nothing, but while explaining why he can't possibly ever be held responsible for being late. He's like, and Dave, who's fucking late like a loser piece of shit. He said that within his own explanation of why he was late. That's miraculous.
It's so great, man. It's such a great point. He was literally fucked up his one thing. The one thing your mentor asked you to do, you fucked it up by being late. Oh.
if Shuli's not on till 7, why the fuck is he getting rid of me now? That's a fact.
I'm a cum pig.
Wow.
They're all idiots. They're all just lying fucking idiots. Lying idiots. So yeah, so they were definitely getting fake super chats. So I'm watching the show last night just because I'm seeing what's happening. Is it live? Is John sniping it? So Shuli says the show starts at about 10.
So he's looking at notes right now. He sits there and watches our channel and shows and takes notes the entire time.
And
This was peak Lenny Brennan phase he was going through.
anyway, 10 minutes in, because you got to sit through all the fucking pre-show shit. Like they always make you wait. I don't wait. Anyway, so I went to the show 10:05 to 10:15. Shuli says, John will get to see how generous our fans are. That's what he says.
They do these things in the beginning of the show where they're playing sound bites and songs and talking to the chat. I don't do any of that. Hold on, let me go back to my manifest. So anyway, 3 o'clock. Mountain time. What the fuck is this problem?
These notes it's just so sad. KB keeps a journal of all his grievances. Yeah.
You're laughing, having a good time, telling jokes. What the fuck? Well, why?
Why?
They said our audience is generous. Clearly, it's all fake. That's his smoking gun right there.
3:07 p.m. Okay.
It's at the 10:05. It's on YouTube. It's at the 10:05, 10-minute 5 second to 10-minute 15 second.
What?
He predicts the fans will be generous. Shuli, John will get to see how generous our fans are. Based on what? Based on what? You pay your producers once a month.
I don't really care. I mean, I do.
Kev. I mean, doesn't Kevin pay his guests once a month? Doesn't
When he pays them, yeah.
When he pays them. If you don't quit before payday or on payday.
If you're in the wrong time zone, I don't pay you.
I don't live where you live. I assume, but of course, don't assume because then I make an ass out of you and me. I assumed
the worst
that you know that I'm on the West Coast. I even said it on your show yesterday. I'm on the West Coast. So why wouldn't I then assume that you meant 7?
Now what is he doing? Making a pizza? What is going on?
It's rubbing one out.
Come on.
It's called multitasking. Okay?
That's what I thought.
Oh, he's probably scratching sores open. Now that I think about it.
That's what I thought.
And that's when the lie spider was working its way up his ankle.
And I like how it's a fact because that's what he thought. That's what I thought. You know how insecure I am. That's a fact. That you're insecure? Okay.
Now he's accusing me of being stupid.
Yeah.
But, this is, I don't know. No. Am I going to trash Kev? No. Did he say he was going to pay me to do his show yesterday? Yes. Did he say he's going to pay me to snipe the Deuce pay it? Yes. Has he paid me for either one? No. You're blind. Kevin Brennan doesn't give a shit about you.
It's
but
amazing.
now we're
this is the easy. I'm sorry, but this is the easiest thing to take the blame for.
Right.
I misunderstood.
I was half in the bag. How many times has he used that? What's one more time?
Can't take the L. Yeah.
No. But it shows how much he's in love with Brennan. Find me another person he wouldn't attack. Like that doesn't have dirt on him. Even the people that have dirt on him, he goes in for a fight every time.
Supposed to believe the Shuli fans are generous to a fault? Where's the money then? Wow.
Look at 10:23. Shuli said, "Yeah, man."
Wow.
How come I don't see
any?
Right.
Here's the money. Shuli, show me your money.
Oh, the first 4 months of his show is I'm supposed to show him my numbers.
Right.
Who are you?
So then I guess I didn't watch the show. So and you can watch it with. I watched some of it with no later after the fact. Yeah, last night.
What? Dude, that was not even. I don't even know what that was. That was just words going over black ice and crashing into each other. It's an 80-car pileup of words.
Woo. After the fact, I watched through it and I skimmed through. You know, you can kind of skim through. You can see the super chats were coming in, not a lot though. And then, so then at about 1.
Let me check here.
Yeah, so John comes in about 90 minutes late. So Joe, the producer Joe says,
I love that he's like our secretary. He's taking notes the entire show. This is fantastic.
And Joe said, I got to go pay. And he did that at 105, 110, 118.
Kevin, can you read back the minutes, please?
Right.
Yes.
Hold on. Hamhead wants to know if Adam's alive.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's like, Grandma, how was the show? Oh, we got to Cerrito Center at 2:55, and we didn't know there was an opener named Gary Moldier who performed for about 15 to 25 minutes. He was very nice, and Rita Rudner was 5 minutes late, which was interesting. And I made a note. Show me that. Like, is this what his audience wants? Are they like, we can't wait to tune in because he's going to break down the minute by minute super chat promises of the Shuli Network? Or is somebody like keeping a scorecard, like at the game, writing down what he's writing down and making sure it's accurate? Who is this for?
Yeah, I don't know, because we never, like, we didn't go back and forth with Kevin. We just let him go crazy on his own. Like, we moved on. We had our own issue, you know?
I just keep thinking it must be nice for Mike to look at someone and go, wow, that's a real white guy. That's a real old, boring white guy.
Yeah, it is. Big time.
Shuli's like, now I'm stammering, stuttering.
No shit.
Anyway, so I'm looking at my notes. I took notes for this one, baby. Come on, baby boy, we got to do notes. So then they say, "Oh, John's sniping us now." So Shuli says, "Well, should we jump off?" Basically, so should we end the show so he can't snipe us? So Joe says, "Let's stay here and make money and piss him off." Okay. Remember, like
you caught us red-handed, Joe. You idiot! Thought your mic was off.
We did with the fake Venmos to Chad. Let's stay here and piss him off. Okay. Right. So basically, they're not.
Who said that? Who said okay? Was it Shuli? Was it Bob? Was it Mike?
Kevin, go back to your notes. We're lost.
It's in there somewhere.
It's in there.
They know the super.
I got blood on my notes from my nose was bleeding when I was taking notes.
So you have one guy who doesn't even bother to see what time the show starts, and the other guy who knows every fucking minutia that happened during the show.
But says he doesn't care if John snipes it or not. He's not invested in this.
Chats are coming in because didn't John snipe the show last week? Did the super chats roll in last week? They didn't. They did it when John was when John was sniping us, and then they said John's sniping you, so we went over to watch John, and he was sniping whatever show they were doing at 4:00.
What?
Oh, what does that tell you?
Did the super chats roll in then? No, they didn't. So they're probably like, next time John snipes us, we'll get some fake super chats and we'll make him crazy, like when Chad did the show with him, and we got the fake Venmos. That's how it go now. That's how it goes.
I got to tell you, the guy from the Hills Have Eyes podcast is not as good as I thought it was going to be. I don't know the actor's name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Fake super chats.
Dues payer. Am I going to fucking shake him down? No. Am I going to dislike him? No.
Oh.
Not this episode.
Am I going to trash him? No. Not going to do it. So I'll let him Go on, call me stupid. Go ahead. Have at it. Do
But
it.
again,
I don't care.
Again, he shows up 90 minutes late and drunk off his ass to a job that he was supposed to be doing. So he was considering this like a job, and he shows up fucking just blasted out of his mind.
A job that was offered to him by a guy all he wants to do is impress. All he wants to do is have this guy on his side. And halfway through your breakdown, I wasn't sure if you're talking about the Stephanie Miller show or him coming to snipe us, because I think he was 90 minutes late to both at one point, showed up drunk.
And KB did tell him to go to the bar, and he didn't fuck that part up.
No, he did not. He did not. He was so concerned about being fired that he went right to the bar.
Yeah, he drank himself into the wrong time zone, this guy.
I also have a dog that has no problem following instructions when it's something they want.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And by the way, this is when he said he was a millionaire. So, but it's not about the money. It's not about it's about the principle thing.
Yeah. He's right.
Yeah.
How about it?
But this restraint for Kevin, I mean, it's right. There's nobody else, Adam, that falls into this category for him. As far as like Dabbleverse people, I don't think.
There's certainly nobody left.
Right.
Put it this way. I was at the pub, right?
No shit.
I'm sitting there. Yeah. Kevin likes to read the fucking Times, so I'll read them.
I'll show you. I'll outbore you. You ready?
Yet, what happened? What happened?
Should have been
I
reading
write back.
the time when it told you to go fucking snipe the show.
Yeah.
Right. Or the time when they told you no more beer. Go home.
I thought you said 7. I'm in Cali. For your time.
Cali.
Shit. I say. How long are they on for? Less than an hour. They knew you were going to snipe anyway. So they'll be done soon? He says they'll probably do 2 hours. So now I got an hour and 15 minutes. I can still fucking snipe them. I'll do it soon. Okay?
The window's closing. I'll get there before it's shut. Don't worry.
I fucking had a fucking chippy, and I like if you buy a chip, like if one bartender's leaving, and then you buy like a chip, you know. So I'm like, fuck, I have a chip. I'm not gonna drink the beer. You know, it's not like I had a full beer and I was trying to sell it. It was a chip. So,
but isn't a chip a full beer?
Yes, I guess whatever you want. You know, a free drink. Yeah.
It's a free drink.
I found the chip on the floor and I ate it. Who cares?
It's amazing. I remember this where, right. So give it away, right? Give it away. Yeah. No. Hold on.
You're talking about a buyback?
Yes.
A buyback?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what they call it, a buyback.
Right.
A chip. You see a chip. It's a chip.
Chippy.
See, if Rob Saul had been there, he would have explained that.
It's a chippy.
Fair enough.
someone's gonna pay $5 for a beer, just have the chip and give me the $5.
So he sold his chippy
Wow.
for $5 to a guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sold his free beer
Yeah.
to a guy. What a fucking Jew. I'm sorry, Shuli.
Even I wouldn't do that, man. And I'm
Jesus
Israeli.
Christ.
I'm as Jewy as they get, and I wouldn't do that.
Oof, that's brutal.
Right. I mean, especially it's his local bar. He's surrounded by friends. It's not like he just walked into a new place. So it's like, hey, Jim, here you go.
Yeah, that's such an excellent point. It's people he sees every day because he's there every day.
Yeah. Wow.
You ever sell a chippy to someone at a bar, Adam?
I'm supposed to believe that somebody looked at him and bought it.
Well, think of who's hanging out there all day with him. They're all running the same race, which is let's get fucked up.
I mean, there's plenty of other beer readily available that definitely doesn't have genital warts.
Well, this is a chip. This isn't but I think he sold it at a discount, if I'm not mistaken.
But
Oh,
it's
okay.
okay, but still, like
No, it's no, it's a horrible thing to do.
you just
I
give
gotta
in.
I gotta go. Here's my chip. I can't drink tonight.
Yeah,
I can't drink.
Right. Right. I'll get you. And the guy goes, I'll get you next time.
Right.
Yeah.
That's called
But he
smart
would
business.
use that. He'd go, "Hey, remember when I sold you that chip? You owe me a."
Of course. Of course. When I gave you, remember when I was really
Right.
nice and gave you a free
I sold
beer?
At a discount, I gave you that chip, so you owe me a beer.
But
And
notice
then
how
wait.
he remembers every detail about this chippy exchange while he's supposed to be doing his job and going on a show. Plus, he remembers every detail about it, and he made sure to get as much as possible for this wasted beer. However, time zones and what time the show starts, how the fuck is he supposed to know that?
Hey, give me a fucking break, Kevin.
How long are they on for? Less than an hour. They knew you were going to snipe anyway. So they'll be done soon? He says they'll probably do 2 hours. So now I got an hour and 15 minutes. I can still fucking snipe them.
Well, that's
I'll
a good
do it
point.
soon.
Hold on a sec. Mincer Bob says, "Why not just take the chip?"
He's there every day. He could
Yeah.
just, or what do they do? Bring out new chips every day so they don't like they're like a
Stamp at a
casino.
concert? Yeah.
Yeah, like a casino.
Maybe at that bar they have to.
Right.
Wow.
Right. The bartender, as he's leaving, she's like, "We got a black chip going out." You know, just yelling.
That's
Is
all.
he
John's in the
golden milk?
bathroom with a Sharpie using marker on an old chip trying to make it look current.
Oh God.
Okay? I fucking had a fucking chippy, and I like if you buy a chip, like
Fuck yeah.
if one bartender's leaving, and then you buy like a chip. You know?
Fair enough.
So I'm like, fuck, I have a chip.
Right.
I'm
Wait.
not gonna drink.
One bartender's. Why would you have to buy a chip?
Well, that's where I'm confused. So is the chip associated with the bartender? Because why bring up that the bartenders, or is the bar closing?
Well, no, it can't because it was early there.
Can you imagine if it's closing and then he sold it to somebody?
This has a lot of holes in it. More than his Motorhead shirt. Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
Hold on.
Why would you have to buy a chip?
Let me. Yeah. Why don't you get them for buying a certain amount of beers?
Either it's a buyback from the bartender or someone at the bar says, you have a new one, but I want to buy him a drink.
I feel like we don't know what's going on because we're not alcoholics. That's
Yeah.
There you go.
God
There you go.
damn it.
Yeah.
It's a
I
buy
feel
one get one deal, says
Oh,
Chicken.
Oh,
Factory.
okay.
the fact that he lasts through at least one bartender shift is fucking hilarious. Watching the changing of the guards every day at the
That's
pub.
crazy.
And if it's buy one get one, then that one was the free one.
And he's selling his free one.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That-
all right.
Oh yes, thank you, Adam.
Okay.
So he's making a bullshit story so he doesn't sound like a complete Jew. I made him. Yeah, what a cheapskate.
I mean, listen, when you're at the car wash and there's a buy one, get one free, and somebody's standing outside of the car wash trying to sell you their get one free for half price, this is not a man you're going to vote for governor.
Oh, my God.
So now I got an hour and 15 minutes. I can still fucking snipe them. I'll do it soon. Okay? I fucking had a fucking chippy, and I like if you buy a chip, like if one bartender's leaving, and then you buy like a chip, you know?
No.
So I'm like, fuck, I have a chip. I'm not gonna drink the beer.
No.
You know, it's not like I had a full beer and I was trying to sell it. It was a chip. So if someone's gonna pay $5 for a beer, just have the chip and give me the $5. That's called smart business.
That's called eye on the prize. Yeah.
It's also called fucking the pub I go to every day.
Yeah.
People buy back people who buy them one or the bartender gives them for buying a round. He found it on the floor or stole it. They would know it didn't belong to him. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll tell you, everything we've learned about John, if I had a chance to ask him one question, I would ask him, what the fuck actually happened about that?
The Shuli fans are super generous. Oh, it's so disgusting. You can have them. You can have them, these fucking losers.
Thank
These
you.
fucking like I'm so dumb. That's the problem with dumb people. They think you're dumb too. John thinks I'm gonna. Yep, John. I thought you probably thought. Yeah, I assumed that we were going Pacific time, right? Even though you're the only one on Pacific time. Well, that's everyone's assuming that I meant Pacific time. Right. Okay. And that's what happened with Karl. And Kevin said he paid him $3, and now this, and now what else did he say? It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Check the records.
Fucking believable.
Where's my scribe? Come here.
It's like Mr. Show did a sketch about mixing mustard and mayonnaise together to save time in the commercial, and it's like, because the guy had to spread mayo and then mustard, he missed his kid's graduation. Like he's become an old man in the kitchen spreading the. This is the same shit.
Cammy and Brennan doesn't give a shit about you.
I just picture his family like going, "We're going out, Dad." Kevin's like, "I'm checking my notes. Hold on." So between 10:07 and 10:09,
I wake up this morning thinking that Kevin's happy about me sniping, doing what he asked me to do. Now he has a whole new narrative. Now he said, I didn't even care if John was going to snipe or not. Really? Why'd you tell me that you paid me for it? You want me to pull that up? Brennan, do you want me to pull up where you say that you'll pay me for it? Shall I?
it's interesting that when he's upset, I don't know if you picked up on this, but when he's upset at somebody, he just calls them their last name, or he doesn't use that first name anymore.
Right.
He's going, Brennan,
Yeah.
right? Before it was Kevin.
He wasn't in the pinky stage yet, so.
No, but even that, he was like, am I going to yell at Kevin? No. Am I going to get mad at Kevin every time? No. Everything was Kevin. Today, it's Brennan.
He gets angry because this reminds him of, again, Howard and his father. Like he's a disappointment. When he got up this morning, Kevin was disappointed at him, and he's so mad about that. He's so angry.
And that's really that you can see the difference between his relationship with Kevin and anyone else in the Dabbleverse. He really does look at him like a father figure, like a Howard or a Jay. Right. Like he's the guy that could maybe rescue him in this Dabbleverse and make him legitimate.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, just like Anthony, he thought he would get Anthony's second chair. He was hoping to get Kevin's second chair.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Especially when he found out what Bob was making.
Right.
Then he really wanted that chair.
And he's just like Trump. He does that name thing to distance himself from them. Right. And I bet you with Anthony, there's the same. It was Anthony one day, and then it was Cumia, and then it was Pocky, then it was Pockface, and now it.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But I'm a work. I'm somehow a work, right, Kev?
Bath towel.
I'm a work.
Well, he's not using it to bathe, so why not?
No, he's not.
So that's what I wake up to.
Did you see his computer screen the other day, Adam? When oh my God, brutal.
So first I write to him. I sniped him last night, and this morning producer Joe is working overtime as the meme machine. No response.
As the mean machine.
Oh, don't
no response.
Yeah.
It doesn't say thanks for sniping him last night.
Guys, refer to me as the mean machine from now on. Thank you.
Have code names.
Yeah.
The mail. Nothing.
Mean as in the average.
I'm not going to complain. I didn't know. I'm not going to complain. Let's say, last time you offered to pay him, I said, don't worry about it. That's because I went in, on my own.
Right. What else are we here for, right, Adam? Help each other out, Skip that payment.
To quell more bullshit. That he likes to make up this. I don't know, man. Kev, you make up this shit in your head. Okay? No, I did not know. I thought you meant 7 my time. Why wouldn't I? I don't care if you're on the East Coast. I'm thinking you're the host. You should know that I'm out on the West Coast. But I'm the idiot, right?
John, you did this to me.
Right.
You sent me the wrong time. I told you I was on the West Coast. You just sent me a number. It didn't have PT or ET or anything next to it. And when I asked you, you didn't respond. And then you said I was late. Then you sent me a link that didn't work. And then eventually you sent me the link halfway through your show after giving me shit for not being on. Then I got on the show and you left me there for like a minute while you went and ran errands. I just sat there. But this is too much for you. This is too much for you. This you just can't fathom how it would ever happen. You have no experience in this. Fuck you.
Bravo. Woo. Ran errands. I love it. I love it.
You said 7 my time. I thought you said 7 my ties. I was at the beer drinking my ass off.
He sent me the number 3 like it was a magic code.
It's like Tan Mom sent me her email the other day. It was 5@gmail.com. I'm like, I don't think that's legit.
I don't really care. I mean, I do.
What?
What?
Imagine me that dumb. I'm gobsmacked once again. Motherfucking gobsmacked.
If there was a picture in the dictionary for gobsmacked, it'd be him with the headset on.
Right.
Hey,
Even Gob.
why not be specific? Say 7 Eastern. Then I would have known.
Wouldn't
But
have
no.
changed anything. But
You don't do that.
No.
So what do I
You leave it up to me. How dare you?
do? Dave, why are you late?
and scene.
I mean, you just couldn't write this shit, man.
No.
You can't- He cut off his rant, excusing himself for being late, and jumps down Dave's throat. Oh, fantastic.
Dave, why are you late? Dave, why are you late?
You didn't
I
tell
had
me
something pop up
Eastern.
that's related to what I have to do. Why I have to leave early. So
Oh, that would have been so great if Dave's like, I was going by Eastern and you're Pacific. Oh, well, I'm Eastern, so you should have. Is this the same show? Yeah, this is the same show.
Wow.
Same day. Where he said, am I going to attack Kevin? No. Remember that? Same. Didn't even take the next day.
something I had to take care of.
That's like last night. Oh, my girl came over. Now I can't do your show.
Well, I'm doing the best I can with the
Adam, did I ever tell you Andy's favorite drop, Stuttering John? Andy, do you have it? This was an actual quote from John. Do you have it?
I do. Yeah, I'm looking for it now.
All right. Well, you have it. Just hit
Give me a
it.
sec. Yeah.
Is Frog back yet?
Oh yeah. Where'd you go?
I'm
Pissy
an amphibian of perpetual motion.
Is he still not back?
Wow.
Is he taking care of something?
Actually, I just got a text from him. It says multitask is my middle name. I'm producing from the pad. Get it? And the last text I got was, "Are you feeling froggy?" Down and to the right.
Thank you for filling us in.
I'll try and keep you updated.
Thank you.
I don't really care. I mean, I do.
I'm sorry. I'm dissolving a body in acid right now. I'll be right back.
It's unbelievable.
Dues payer. At the bar, as you know, like you get a chippy. You know, it's a shot glass.
right.
And then, you buy a couple. This way, you know how many you're going to have before you go. And, plus, like, because you want to tip out and cash out that first bartender. So if you want more, you can start anew with the next bartender so everyone gets tips.
Whoa. Every bar I've ever been to, they pool the tips. Right? You don't tip a specific. I mean, you tip your bartender, but if he leaves his shift, it works out at the end of the night.
Dude, the fact that he's, like Anthony said, dude, the fact that he's there for a shift change is insane, dude. You don't own the bar and you're there for a shift change? My God.
Or if you do want it, just throw the money down. Throw him the tip for the guy who's leaving.
Right.
So
thank you.
Brett.
No, I don't have bar experience. I don't know any of this etiquette. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
but you
what
have
to do.
job experience, and you
Right.
know that if you were working a job or had hired someone for a job, any job, and you asked them why they weren't at work, and their explanation belonged with, you know how when you're at a bar you get a chippy? That's where the conversation ends. You're fired.
Right.
That's it. I mean, John wouldn't accept that excuse from DG. If he said, why are you late? And DG said, well, you know how when you're at a bar you get a chippy? John would lose his mind. That wouldn't be excuse enough to not do this show. And he thinks this is supposed to explain everything away. Just take responsibility and move on.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, I've
Julia,
never
have that
heard
drop if you want.
Oh yeah, but here, Adam. This is him talking about DG. Go ahead.
So in other words, everything in your world
is more important than
is
me.
more important than what just transpired with me.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He was like, so you were on a date with your girlfriend, huh?
Yeah.
Says the lonely, single, divorced man living in a studio apartment to his buddy. You learn not to be like that as a teenager. You learn to be happy for your friend.
Shuli, if someone else had to tag you out pushing a wheelchair, that person has been in the airport too long. Mix it. Yep. I got you.
I've been to a bunch of bars since I was a kid, and I've never seen that. I've never seen a chip. I've never seen the changing of the chips, where a bartender comes in and goes, you know, okay, well, this is how I know to give you this and that. No, you tip the bartender. She goes, I'm leaving, guys. So blah blah blah. Then you tip her.
You throw cash. Yeah.
Right.
This is also a local bar, and they're making clear that they don't trust anybody.
Yep.
For real. What kind of bar is this?
Brennan was like, are you coming on? Are you sniping him? So I said, yeah. So I said, I thought you said 7. Deej, he meant 7 Eastern.
What?
But did he specify the 7 Eastern? No. In fact, didn't I call you after the show? I go, I thought it was weird that he kicked me off so early when he does, like, I'm not sniping until 7. Didn't I have that conversation with you?
You did say that for sure.
So this is a very interesting sign too, that he immediately gets off the air and he starts calling people to get feedback immediately on his appearance, how well he did. Don't you think this is weird? Did you hear me say this? Did you hear me say that? What'd you think of this? Immediately as soon as he's done.
Yeah, and let's not forget, he was at a bar at 7 p.m. What is it? 3 p.m. 4.
Yeah.
He's leaving the bar at 4.
Yeah, right. As there's a shift change, so yeah,
So he's been there for he had enough to have a chippy.
I mean, he probably helped open the place.
Yeah. So what? Noon.
He's
Whatever
one of those
whatever
guys.
time he was done with Brennan, he went right there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well,
He's
Brennan
one of those-
told him, go ahead,
Yeah.
like a little kid, go. You want to go play with your friends? Go.
John,
He's
you
one of
host
those-
a political show with a White House reporter.
Yeah.
He comes on your show every week. Imagine if he was like, John, this member of Trump's cabinet is in Cape Coral right now. You got to get out there. And this is the shit he's telling him. Imagine he's like, listen, Karim, there was a chippy and it was happy hour. And he's like, imagine. He thinks this is real life. He thinks these are how adults talk to each other and deal with being hired and getting jobs done.
There was a car driving by on my street. I freaked out. I'll be right out soon.
And kudos to Brian Caron, because I think he got into that show initially thinking, yeah, John, we'll talk politics. This will be good. I don't really know John too well in this realm. Maybe he's really into politics. He'll be adding some information. And then about a week later, he's like, this is fucking ridiculous. I don't know why I'm doing this. I think I'll be nice to him and show up and just, nod my head. But you can see Caron checking out continuously.
Yeah. towards the end of John winding down the show, there were clips on Dabblers of Karam just rolling his eyes and just like, what the hell?
Well, there was a reason we had what, John?
Yeah, it was classic. It was a great moment in Dabbleverse history. Chad forgot to read the fine print. You can't be neutral in the SJ Army.
Right.
Well, I don't think Clearwater Chad's neutral anymore. He's aged like fine mayo. I agreed. She's never seen him since I was 4 years old. He always has John quotes. Garbage Harley, trash boat, nearly 20-year-old A-class Mercedes. Isn't exactly the win Stuttering John believes it is. For a millionaire, he's a donkey.
Yes.
FSJ. Monday, legal action. Legal again to call Stuttering John a mongoloid.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Trump's in office? Got it.
See, there's pluses.
Stuttering John, the gift that keeps on giving. Thanks, guys. Adam is great. And, oh, by the way, TSN rocks.
Woo!
Thank you, Lyndon.
Thank you.
Does anyone know if Susanna and Aaron are okay in L.A.? I do not. I do not have contact with them. But I hope they are. I hope so.
I don't think they're in that area, right? I don't think
they're in the valley. They're good. So,
You can ask John, but I don't think he has contact with them either.
Right.
Right.
We both have the same amount of contact. Excited for this season. Love this. Thank you, WJC.
This season.
John has no diamonds in his
John has no diamonds in his pockets.
That was right. Listen to that motherfucker.
All right.
Well, I don't know.
Listen to the way Drunky talks to Clearwater, Boschetti, Chad, you traitor, like a fucking 7th grader. Yeah. That's where everything stopped. 7th grade. Adam, are you considering going to DabbleCon 3?
When is it?
When we send you a contract with how many zeros you will be making of that DabbleCon.
Yeah, all zeros.
Well, there'll be a number before that.
Oh, okay.
Very low number, but
I had a great time streaming the DabbleCon too. That was really fun. I watched.
It was great.
It was. They're both of them were so much fun.
Adam's giving us a hint. He'll
Yeah.
This one too.
Yeah.
I mean, a really great time sitting at home by myself and watching it. Really, I think that's the way to do it. I think
you would enjoy it because it both of them were really so communal. It's like a festival.
It really is. No issues other than somebody's car being stolen, but that was Rochester. That wasn't us.
Bring a Kia there and you'll be fine.
Right. Look at this. Yep, he turned on me. Look at that. It's official. I was fired up for the show when I saw Adam was on. Then Clearwater Chad came onto the show. Oh, please. Chad's harmless. He's fine.
He's harmless.
Well, somebody said Chad's gonna hug John too hard one day. I hope Adam and his people are holding up okay. Let me tell you about the brilliance of this guy. Are you familiar with Lockie? He is an artist. He was out at DabbleCon 2, and I think he was at DabbleCon 1, but he's an artist out of Rochester, tattoo guy, and just all-around brilliant artist. Lockie, give your Instagram. Let me plug your shit, man. This guy can make you whatever you need. It's beautiful. He's the real deal, dude. Fantastic. Love you, bud. Colin Madden, Mike, 2 princesses.
I know. I already played it.
Oh, 2 princesses. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, he gave you the note. Adam, I forgive you for Tara. Glad you and your family are safe. See? People are learning to let go. Kevin looks like my great aunt Gert after chemo. Hello, distinguished gentlemen. Love all the content and funny show. Trainables is hilarious. Give a shout out to my mom, Susan, and my bro, Eric. Eric, Susan, love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for the 20 months.
Yes.
Frog lives in a trailer. How long does it take him to take a piss? Cut a hole in the floor and just piss into a funnel at his desk.
Wow, it's a great idea.
Thoughts, Frog? Adam, don't listen to them. Tara had it coming. She was holding Willow back. The true badass was Faith. Angel was the man. You were just okay.
Okay.
That one hurt. Can we get Stuttering John to try and fight Wes Watson at a gym? Who is that?
I don't know.
John is a jilted chick.
Yep.
Adam for president. Will Stuttering John fight Chad this weekend in a ring? YouTube. No, I have said, I've gone on record, these two will never come face to face. That's how I feel. Who has the metronome? I don't know. Are you hearing a metronome?
It's a riddle. If you don't know, you don't know.
Sorry. Love to you all. Thank you, Diz. There she is. Can we put it out there that the Dabbleverse isn't interested in John coming back? We choose Clearwater as our Duke, and John's no longer welcome in the Dabbleverse. I see what you're doing. Yes.
I like it.
I agree. We support Sunflower Dragon. Where were you, John Melendez? KB is like the energy vampire guy on What We Do in the Shadow. He really is.
Colin Robinson.
He really is. Adam watching John is like Lee Trevino glaring with disgust at Happy Gilmore. All right, let's go.
Thanks, Kev. There you go. Now I have a witness. That's two people now that know what.
I don't really care. I do.
Oh, I mean, I can't even. I can't even.
But you are.
I can't even.
I try doing it.
Can
you? He's like, I can't, as he's taking a picture of his super chat. You're doing it.
Oh, wow. Here's Lockie's Instagram at Dr. Omega Tattoo from Boston, by the way. My apologies. My apologies, Lockie.
I try so hard to just give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, sweetheart.
I mean, but it's just like, listen, I'm not saying it's my fault. I'm just saying that's the way it goes. It's like I didn't plan on being involved with all these fucking idiots and lying pieces of shit.
Dues pay.
But enough about your guests for today's show.
Yeah.
Is Kevin upset?
He started his show off today calling me an idiot.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. DG goes, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
DG looks like Stuttering John if he took slightly better care of himself.
Right. It's before and slightly less before.
Right.
Who's the work, Kev? Who's the work? I haven't trashed you, nor do I intend to. Who's the work?
Yeah.
I'm the loyal guy. I'm the guy that fucking took off quickly from the pub to come and snipe those idiots.
Wow.
Didn't he say earlier that he said, I'll do it soon? He told him, I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
Quickly took off from the pub.
Yeah, he also you went to the pub. You went there. I don't care how quickly you left. You had a job and you first went to the pub, and you think this is okay to talk about.
Went there with 3+ hours to kill and still was late.
Who'd I do it for? You. I did it for you, Brennan.
Aw.
You told me you're going to pay me for it.
It's all for you,
So then it was for the money.
Right.
I don't really care.
I did it for you. You said you were going to pay me, so you did it for the money. And you didn't get it, and that's why you're upset. So you didn't do it for him. If you did it for him, it's done. You did it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's the thanks you get.
I mean, I do.
So, like, literally,
spending 3 hours at a bar and cutting it short. He says 3 hours in a bar, and then
In the afternoon.
But he cut it short.
Yeah.
He's one of a kind.
John, I spoke to John. Then John pretends that I meant Pacific time. Yep, that's what I meant. I meant 7 Pacific time. Yeah, and I just assumed that you would assume that that's what I meant. I mean, then you just go like, okay, you guys win. You guys can have it. You guys can have it.
You're blind. Kevin Brennan doesn't give a shit about you. Now he's on there saying he didn't have to do it. I didn't care if he did it.
So now Kevin's gay, if you can hear it in his voice immediately. He's Brennan and he's gay.
Oh, okay, Kev. Pull your own tape. Ask Adam.
That didn't take long.
Yeah, ask Mr. Hinniker. You said you'd pay me to do it. That's the truth.
That didn't take long. What a great line.
That's a fact, Jack.
That's the fact, Jack.
But you know, I don't know where his head goes. It's so odd.
Well,
It's like
we talked about it. Kevin is a He's parenting you badly right now by being mean.
It's like here I am being a loyal fucking fan of the guy. He asked me to do something, I do it. Yeah, did I fuck up the time? Yeah, because you didn't say Eastern. Say EST. It's 3 fucking letters. Say EST. Then I know.
I think that East Coast people always do that. They forget that there's a...
Yeah, they assume, John's supposed to know that I am talking about the East Coast.
John's supposed to know times. Oh.
Who knew there were 4 different times?
Oh.
Okay, Kev, I'm supposed to know.
I mean, well, you know, again, I didn't care if John sniped him. I thought it'd be funny because when he was sniping him last week, he put the camera on Mike Morse, and then they have to take Mike Morse off they took Mike Morse off the screen last night too.
What?
So I don't know if they sent him home because John was just sniping him.
I didn't hear about
that. We go, Mike, go clean out your locker. John's sniping us. Get out of here. For a guy who watched every second and took notes, he doesn't know a fucking thing that's going on.
Because John didn't even have the sound on. So
no. Yeah. John refused to listen to anything that was happening on our channel.
Ever. But last week, I guess I should have John.
And just to remind everybody, the picture was fucked up because John zoomed in and never zoomed back out.
On to see, did they bring in a lot of money in super chats last week when John was sniping their show at 4:00? Probably.
Let me go back to last week's notes and I'll tell you.
No, because they didn't anticipate it. They weren't ready, but they were ready yesterday. Because I said, John, you should do it. Everybody watches my show, right, Karl?
God damn it!
Kevin does pop-up shows.
What is last week? God, I know I have it here somewhere.
Breaking news. What? New series, John is Homeless, coming soon. Let's go. Now we're talking. I want to see Clearwater John dumpster diving. Let's go.
We're gonna see the new Chad show where John is tied up and gagged in his basement.
I have a feeling the next 2 purchases for Clearwater Chad is a copy of Catcher in the Rye and a bus ticket to Cape Coral.
He's doing that stuck in the middle with you dance.
Right, Karl? Karl's brother? Fucking hack.
I'm a cum pig. Dave, how many times I've asked you, when does Shuli do shows? I don't even know how many and when. And you were supposed to come up, and tell me, with a list.
Right.
So now Dave's to blame as well. As Adam's just like, this fucking guy. He doesn't stop.
Yeah, because he thinks we all are with him on the agreement that him looking it up himself is just not an option. Yeah. It's just not a thing that's going to happen. And I hate him blaming these other people. It kills me every single time he's asked by anyone how he left Howard. The first thing he says is, well, Robin, he can't tell this story without it being about Robin and Artie. Just tell the story from your perspective. What happened at the bar? Why did you leave the show? Talk about the money and move on. It's not Robin's fault. It's not the bartender's fault. It's not Artie's fault. It's not DG's fault because he didn't put together the packet explaining to you what time it's on. You want it to be governor. Pretend you have the ability to find out what time a TV show is on.
And I'm actually getting Adam level deep. I think with this is that people who pay their dues in acting or comedy or whatever, if you get on a movie set or TV show and you get your ass kissed and we'll do this for you, Mr. Melendez. You're on in 5 minutes, Mr. Melendez. You appreciate that because you worked your way into that because you had to eat shit all those years. He fell into the shit. And then when he goes on a movie set and they go, we'll do all this for you. Here's your food. Here's whatever you need. We're here for you. He thinks that's the way life is.
He expects it. That's the difference between somebody who appreciates it and somebody who doesn't is person who doesn't appreciate it's like, well, what took you so long? This should have been happening the whole fucking time. And to go back to Adam's point, bringing up Robin, the one thing he always just speeds right by on is Howard said, I don't want to talk to you about your career. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you put in 15 years of time. When I said I was leaving, 3 hours later, I got a phone call from Howard. Now, it wasn't to keep me there. It was to thank me. It was to say goodbye, whatever. But like, what? Now the real story here is, why would a guy that you've given 15 years of your life for not want to spend 5 minutes to discuss with you your future?
Right.
What could you have done to get this guy to this point where he's thrown his hands up and he says, I don't want to fucking deal with it? That part, we just zoomed past that. It was Robin.
It's also this because he tells these two stories in the same breath. He talks about how I was in the inner circle. I slept at his house. We went jogging together. We worked out together. We got stoned together. And when I went to tell him about this dream gig that happened for me, I couldn't get a hold of his assistant to schedule an appointment for me.
So true.
He was punishing them. He didn't want to tell him, look, I got big news. You got to listen to me. He didn't want to say that. He wanted to go, see, you didn't trust me, and now you're punished. No, they weren't punished at all, John. You're punished now.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, it was his version of leaving the Dabbleverse. That's pretty much what he said.
Right.
They'll be sorry when I'm gone.
But at least he had a much better exit strategy the first time around, you know?
Well, Cameo is nothing to shake a stick at, but
hey, you're right. You
gotta do it right. You gotta do it right. And threaten people's lives on Cameo. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to get him fired from Cameo, but it's in the terms of skits.
Can you get fired from Cameo?
Yeah. Guys, enough with the jokes. The guy wiping his face with a shower towel is making some great points.
I resigned from Cameo yesterday.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I assume that Kevin knew.
It changes.
Yeah. So anyway, Jacob,
Like that one yesterday was a total change. Like I didn't come out.
This is how time works, John. Little hand, big hand. You know, look, we can't get into the details here, but time changes, man.
I know where I think.
Yeah, I sold the chippy because why should I fucking give it away when I paid $5 for it?
These people.
You didn't, though.
And that's how every millionaire thinks, and that's how they become millionaires. Why should I give it away when I can sell it for $5?
And it's illegal to pre-buy a drink. You can't do that. You can't.
Maybe I'll use it at Beer Bath and Beyond.
People are fucking thinking like you had a beer and you're like, who wants to buy this beer for? That's fucking hilarious.
I know, like I would ever do that.
That'd be crazy. That'd be nuts. Right? Can you imagine that? Yeah. I bought a piece of wood that symbolizes half a beer, you dumb fuck.
Can you believe it?
It's like they fucking, it's so amazing.
They wouldn't let you do that at a bar. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? But they're like, whatever. Yeah. That's someone got a cheap beer because I know they're more than $5. Like,
yeah, DG's like, sometimes I don't even pay the tab. Like, forget about selling the chippy.
Yeah, I get to see a woman on my car.
Yeah.
What the hell?
No, they're fine. It's just
okay. Well, still,
it was just one of my friends who I said, hey, here. A-Part, thanks for the bucks. Hey,
one of my pals, I go, here, $5, please.
Can you let that sink in? Yeah, I hate saying that phrase, but one of my friends I sold a beer chip to.
Right.
For $5.
Because why the hell should I give it away?
Yeah.
Because you just said you wipe your butt with $100. I mean.
Yeah, but you can't wipe with a chippy, my friend.
He could.
It's like that Woody Allen joke where he's like, you like this watch? My grandfather on his deathbed sold me this watch.
Stuttering John, it's all in fun, but KB is trashing you today. I know.
KB.
It's fucking amazing. He'll turn on you like that. Just like that.
He won't turn on me. I've never
he will. Give him time.
Well, I've never had the reason.
I'll make sure of that.
Oh, yeah.
Even talk to him. That's what I mean by that.
Conroy Arnold, thanks for it does. Brennan did you dirty. You failed to cure me. Yeah, okay, I fucking cure you. But anyway,
that's the name of the kid that he cured of stuttering. By the way, that became a chef.
That's a funny character.
I'm sorry I watched that episode, and I just want to make clear that what John alluded to is that if only everyone was as smart and as fast acting as him, they wouldn't have to stutter. You know, people don't stutter on letters and words. Like there are common BFR that people stutter on, but the stutter isn't caused by the word. It's caused usually by a nervous reaction or an uncontrollable neurological response that causes paralysis and a stutter. I looked it up and they said like 20% of people are word specific, meaning if that word comes up. And they're encouraged not to use avoidance words because it's avoiding the problem. And they found statistically that people get more nervous when they're trying to think of the right word, and you can't have a person be told, oh, you can't say F words, never say an F word again. Then you just live your life in fear of it. That's called avoidance. They teach you to deal with the problems that are causing the stutter, not avoid the words. They call that a trick. That is a short-term solution to a big problem. And doesn't that sound like John?
Yeah.
Well, he literally says, I went up there and told him about my bag of tricks. All my tricks into avoiding. First of all, the biggest trick is the beer. That's number
the trick.
one.
That's the ta-da.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Everything else is, we'll make it up as we go along, but this is the foundation right here.
But he really is insinuating, which is just monstrous, that if everybody would just work harder at it and were as smart as him, they wouldn't stutter.
But he does. Yeah, and he still does.
That's why I would pay top dollar for that keynote speech he gave at that fucking convention. If anybody has that anywhere, I would love to hear that. Let me tell you about all the tricks you can get them off. Get them off. The Sandman from the Apollo shows up.
If you're still stuttering, here's why it's your fault.
Right.
I already showed up an hour late for that speech. Did you hear that?
DJ Dabbles, the one and only. Adam is just jelly because he doesn't know the tricks of the tools. Thank you.
Tricks of the tools.
Thank you.
I got to pee. I'll be back.
Go ahead. You hear that, Frog? It's your chance.
No, I know.
At least it's good-natured shit. A lot of this stuff is not good-natured, my friend.
Clay Dabble, thank you for $5. At least if you watch older posts, then anorexic Joe can't F around with the camera. Don't try and impress that hot dog, John. You need to get me on. I'd help.
Wow. Early attempt from Clay Dabbler. Look at the original Stuttering John Clay figure. Wow.
I have no interest in that Clay Dabbler, man. You and me, DG, we're going to be together forever.
It's crazy. It's like the guy he ends up cheating on Kevin with just showed up, walked into the room. Oh.
Around with the camera. Don't try and impress that hot dog, John. You need to get me on. I'd help. No, it's true. Like, why? I try and be nice to Kevin. I've never said a bad word about him. And what does he do? He starts his show off trashing me. Out of all the people that he can trash. You're blind. Kevin and Brennan doesn't give a shit about you.
And they always act like they're like yesterday they were doing a show and they're talking about the $100 I was paying John. I was basically paying John $100 just to do it, and I figured John would make money in super chats. And then so John would make money. So just to John, here's $100 to get you started. And you don't even have to take the YouTube cut or whatever. So
why would he have to take the YouTube? You're not YouTube. You're not. So you're gonna go. I'm gonna take 30% because YouTube would have. So
Well, I paid $5 for this beer, so you're gonna pay $5 for this chip. It's the same logic.
That's what I was doing. So anyway. But the point is
what they are. Hold on. This is the true love story behind these guys.
Yeah.
They are the same fucking person, and they just don't want to admit it to each other.
Which is why it'll never fucking work either.
Right.
They're just the exact same person.
I never wondered why John's show was the way it was. The reasons were pretty clear, but I'm sitting here watching Kevin's show and going, it's the same show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why is his like that? I thought he was a comedian.
Yeah. So, that's a great point. But, and John is, throughout the years, he's definitely a mimic, right? He's got the OCD because of Howard. He's got, schwitzen and kvetchen and all the Jewish words and all this. He worked on the Gotti movie. Now he's a mobster. He talks like a mafia guy. So here Kevin comes into his world, his new hero.
Mm-hmm.
And right away he started, hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin's lawyers, whatever catchphrases Kevin had.
No, Adam, clip it. Adam, clip it.
Adam, call this episode,
He's like cosplaying as Kevin Brennan's show.
Yeah. He stole
wearing his red skin in a way.
He stole his entire act and did it worse than the shitty way Kevin does it.
He's pretending he's on Star Trek, calling out to the captain.
Mr. Sulu.
Yeah. And then he has the audacity. When I was on with him yesterday, he goes, John, you starred, you said something about Brennan. You were trying to say that Brennan's more successful, Neil's more successful than me. I said, yeah, Kev, that's after you called me an idiot. Oh. While you and I, Dave, were sniping him, he called me an idiot. And and Karl has a show there of that very moment where Kevin's calling me an idiot.
Oh, no.
Then he wonders why I was saying that about Neil. Kevin, I don't draw first blood. You do.
Oh, did Karl? Man, I haven't seen nothing this morning. Did Karl release that show already?
You didn't see anything. Please don't say it. Don't pull a double negative on me. I don't.
Wow. First you're late. Now your grammar's a mess.
I hate to agree. With John, but yeah.
DG just can't win, man. Good thing you clicked on the link, dude.
And why are you so dry? I need you wet.
He just showed up as a pinata for John.
I don't really care. I mean, I do.
Stuttering John. That's why I was bewildered while you told me to leave, Kevin. Remember my joke? What am I fired? I had no idea you went 7 your time. Oh, well, John, that's a lie because everybody knows when you're dealing. When is the stock market open? Is anything your time? Nothing's your time. It's all Eastern Standard. So if everyone's on the East Coast and I say 7, you think I mean your time? It's just like I get it. Like you could say, I'm not going to take you to court or give you a lie detector, and you'd be like, did you really think he meant 7? Your time? I sent you a super chat. I said, drop off now in case you want to get stuff done, and then you can do the show at 7. So you think I asked you to jump off 5 minutes, 10 minutes early, so you would have 3.5 hours to get ready? Yeah. And then I sent you the super chat from they do the show on the East Coast, so it doesn't matter. I know what's happening. Everybody lies to perpetuate or to do
you pay your co-host?
KB, you need to start using replacement words. If the T words make you stutter, you just use a different word.
Yeah.
You can't beat this. He can't beat this.
Yeah. And also, if he was late, like he thought it would be Pacific time, why was he just an hour late? How come he wasn't 3 hours late?
Yeah, right.
He should have missed the whole show if he thought it was Pacific time.
That's a great point.
Thank you.
We're working all that out.
Yeah, don't worry about what we can do. Don't worry about our business.
Yeah,
our business if he ain't getting paid.
Right.
Dave a lot of times can't be here, which I understand because he's got a regular job.
Exactly.
So that's what at some point
we'll figure it all out. But yeah, no one's. Here's the thing: no one's asking because they give a shit about me or they give a shit about you. So why do you want to be nosy? Why do you want to be nosy about somebody's fucking money when you don't care about the person? That's fucking weird.
It is
People
weird.
are weird. Some of you guys are weird.
I know. And it's Toolie Tuesday, but I'm focused on Brennan now because I just can't believe one day.
Oh, this was the Toolie Tuesday schedule, by the way.
Yeah, you got a reprieve.
I sure did. Thank God Brennan stepped in. I was getting battered on Toolie Tuesday.
Hey, I did a show for 2.5 hours yesterday.
Well, it's a good name because you can kind of call anybody a Toolie if you want. I mean, if you want to call Brennan a Toolie, you can.
Yeah.
Toolie doo. You can do that. Toolie.
You know what? Let me put a pot of coffee on. I think this thing's got legs. Let's figure this out.
Welcome to the Toodly 2 show.
It's like you're right in a writer's room, huh? This is what it must be like.
It's got to be John. He turns all of his co-hosts into like, I guess he just likes sounds. He likes jingly keys. He just likes, make the king laugh. I'm the jester. Just he makes you so small. It's like talking to a baby.
Yeah, there's a comic I worked with once we're backstage, and he goes, "People out there, idiots. You know what idiots love? Shiny shit." And he holds up his keychains. He goes, "Show them shiny shit."
And you did it, and you opened for me. Great.
Yeah, you were right. You were angry, but you were right.
What?
A-Par, thank you $2. KB just called you a liar and dumb for not knowing. Who's the dumb one, really?
You.
Seriously. Me, because he didn't say Eastern or Pacific, or him, because he didn't say Eastern or Pacific. I'm supposed to assume that he means Eastern, because that's where he is. So it's all about Kevin, in other words.
Yeah.
It's not about me at all. He's asking me to do it. He's saying he's going to pay me to do it, but it's all about Kevin.
He's paying you.
It's all about the job that he's paying you to do. That's what it's all about.
And he keeps saying and showing all this proof that he thought it was weird that he said, "Get ready" 3 hours earlier. So I called a bunch of random people in other states and I asked them about it. And then I went to the bar and got drunk. If it sounded weird to you, why didn't you fucking check the time or ask Kevin? Why is it just assumed that this is beyond your power?
And we have been doing shows at 7:00 every night.
Yeah, and he knows he got hit. He got caught getting a membership warrant. Like he watches. Get the fuck out of here.
But this is why you can't be his friend, because he'll blame you for everything that happens and not take any response. When someone's around, it's just his instinct to lean on them. Like, I know if he thought about it for a second, he would remember that vegetables go bad. But he won't even bother to think about it if Joey's there. I'll just ask Joey. Joey'll know. And I think that's his first instinct in anything. I'll ask them. DG, what do you think Kevin meant? DG doesn't know what the fuck is happening on this planet. You're going to ask him what KB meant on the East Coast? Why don't you just ask Kevin or check the TV guide of YouTube, man?
Yeah, it's funny when you were talking, I was like, it just hit me. I'm like, friends equals assistance to him. So now you're his friend. You're on call 24/7 for whatever he may not know or have the answer for, which is everything.
Well, he'll just stop using his brain and rely on these people. It won't occur to him to think about it. That hurts, and it's not fun. I'll just ask someone, and then I can blame them, too.
That's one of his tricks of the tools.
I want to ask Adam, and I'm guessing the answer is yes. Have you ever had a relationship or known someone fairly closely, a narcissist like this?
I mean, I've seen flashes of this kind of behavior in different people, for sure. I've seen an inability to take responsibility. I've seen that relying on people like their crutches in order to avoid having to take responsibility for anything. Sure. I've never seen it all in one person put together in such a wonderful package, that's also melting in real time. like an ice sculpture at a wedding that you can just enjoy from afar
slowly.
But
real slow.
Interesting, because being in the business you are, it's easy. Oh, here comes the train. To find those people, but as you probably know, Bob Levy and I know this guy who is just like John. So I had so much experience going into this, and What?
He's saying I'm the guy you're talking about.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Don't mind us. We're doing jokes.
But yeah. So nothing of this was super new. I mean, John takes it to a new level, admittedly.
He's the Duke. He's the king of this shit. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
There is none higher.
Go figure.
Yeah. I mean,
you were gonna say something.
There's codependence, right?
Right.
And then there's parasitic dependence. Like a parasite. He latches onto you. You're his first lifeline, and you're his human shield at the same time.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It really is all about the start time of their show.
Dues payer.
Like, no, I didn't know. I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah, lie to somebody else. I know you're lying. I know Bob's lying. I know Chad's lying. I know Shuli's lying. I know everything's a work. But the things that you can actually see concrete evidence, they're not doing good at the Shuli Network.
Hi, I ordered my Time Life collection of books, Air Force jets. I'm just wondering when they might show up. Thanks.
So until we see something to the contrary, they're not doing good. I mean, Karl and fucking Melton can gaslight all they want. Like, they're killing it. They're almost up to 15,000 subscribers. So am I, Fatty Patty. So am I, you fat fuck.
There you go. Where did John get that from, huh?
My numbers.
I hope he comes back and goes, this fucking dues payer thinks Kevin Brennan came up with fat fuck. I've been saying fat fuck to my friends since elementary school.
He also just threw himself under the bus. He's like, Melton, you think you're doing well? I'm doing the same numbers, you fat fuck. Okay, then I guess it's not good. You proved him wrong, buddy.
All under the guise of, I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care, but he's getting redder and redder and redder.
That's the best. I don't care.
They're up.
I'm a cum pig. Dave, I would have said, Kev, that means I'm missing a pub. All right, I'll do it. Fuck the pub. I could save the money. But I didn't know. That's
like kicking dirt. All right. I'll only drink 14 tonight. Fine.
what I said when he said, John, why don't you go leave and get ready? I'm like, what are you, firing me?
And plus, you got, it's not like you got only 10 minutes out of sniping. You were on there for a while. I mean,
I was on there for like an hour.
Yeah, I was on there for a while. Shit.
Yeah, Don Melendez, thanks for $2. KB just said you were a failed abortion. So rude.
That's rude.
Wow.
That's rude.
It's not very Catholic of him.
Oh, look, the douche pay is so upset with me. So obsessed with me. He can't get enough of me.
Dude, these motherfuckers, John, want to have this weird. They want to break us up for no fucking reason. Like I'm not even doing nothing.
You'll find a reason.
Thanks for the $5, douche pay. Yeah, that's more than you paid fucking Stunt Joe Depot.
He's a dick. He's a little dick, you bastard.
Yeah, I know he is. DJ, I will text you the show times and dates later today. Miss you, bro.
You don't miss me.
I don't really care. I mean, I do.
I mean, it's delusional. So you guys, yeah, you should go watch other shows. This show sucks. I don't like Works. I'm not a pro wrestling fan. I didn't grow up in the Stern world where.
This should be your preview on your YouTube channel when people check in. That should be the first thing they see. Go watch something else. This show sucks.
Where everybody just lies to cover their ass or to explain it. I thought you meant Pacific. I thought you meant Central. Did you? Why didn't you ask? Is it 7 o'clock Central? Is it 7 o'clock Pacific? Everything else that we do here is Eastern time. And John's from the East Coast, so he understands the most things are Eastern Standard Time, and then you work back from there.
And then there's another grown man on another channel at this exact time going, he should know that the times are West Coast.
Then if you're in Chicago, you go, oh, what time is it my time? Anyway, I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad at John. It's just after yesterday, I'm like, so who am I supposed to do a show with? I mean, and then
I'm not
and
even
then
mad.
to
I'm
see
just
that
lonely.
I'm just looking for a friend. That's all. Yeah. Really.
They're like literally lying about super chats.
Oh, you're right. Stuttering John will address this on a 10-year-old's birthday cameo.
Wow.
Dues payer. You chickened out of that snipe instantly. How? I was on there for the whole time. They stopped the show. Right, Dave?
Yeah, I think so.
It was suspicious. And it was also suspicious that as soon as John started sniping them, like the super chats put in, as if like
figure it
the
out.
Fans, they couldn't do it before him. Before I got it.
It's almost as if they knew he was going to snipe ahead of time because it was announced on your show.
Right.
And then decided, hey, I bet it would piss John off if the show got super chats that he's not on, goofing on him. And not only did it piss John off, but it obviously pissed Kevin off as well. 2 for 1. Thank you, chat. You guys are beautiful.
As soon as he got on, they just did it like, look, John, look at all the money we're making. So the timing was also a little curious as to, I understand, people are like, oh, John's sniping.
During the show. Why would you super chat during the show?
Right.
So we got all, but John sniped them last week. Did any super chats come pouring in? Probably not. But now all of a sudden, as soon as John starts sniping, the super chats come pouring in.
Didn't he say this 3 times already, or are we in a loop?
Everything he said 7 times already.
You're blind. Kevin Brennan doesn't give a shit about you. He's busy trashing me. Kevin, I'm not going to give you. I'm not giving you that oxygen. I like you.
See, Ditka89 always comes in with the great coach, great coachable moments.
Quiet. It's interesting that he knows the giving Kevin oxygen by fighting with him. If he knows that when it comes to Kevin, how come he can't make that connection with other people?
Mm-hmm.
Why not just do a show where it's not a Thule Tuesday and you don't talk about Thule and the people at TSN? But then what's he going to talk about? What's he going to do?
Well, here's another thing. What if it was a bit and we were making fake super chats for the idea to piss off?
It
John?
Worked.
Why does Kevin give a fuck so much? Why does he care if we're making fake money or not making?
He doesn't. He doesn't. They're both mad that it was real money, and they know it was real money. You can see it in the chat before we put it up. There's no way to fake that. Right. It's real money, and he can't wrap his greedy little brain around that.
Well, if it's fake money, that means he's a liar, and that's not nice.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I like
it's literally 2 of the shittiest people telling you, can you believe these guys and what pieces of shit they are?
Is there any way people can super chat chippies? That would be great.
we're implementing a chippy system here on the channel.
I prefer sour cream and onion. Thank you.
And if you really were a smart businessman of any kind, you would realize that what you want is for any show related to the Dabbleverse in any way to do well. That's what you would want. You would want there to be interest. You would hope that the Shuli Network gets Joe Rogan numbers, so these storylines are embraced by everyone. The idea that you're actively wishing for people in the same cesspool to fail is so childish and weak and smacks of desperate insecurity.
My favorite Adam quote, it's not amazing that the Tonight Show hired John with that stutter. It's amazing they hired him with that stupid accent. Fantastic. I agree with that.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Me trashing you. I did what you asked me to do. And you told me you're going to pay me to do it. And I did it. For you. You're blind. Kevin Brennan doesn't give a shit about you.
KB, you're the hero of us working class types. Plumber.
The image was cat porn. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Moshi. Listen, I get so sick of show business and
he took a picture of it.
Save this for later.
Like, and again, show business is all about pretending and faking, and like Bert Kreischer's he's just a party animal. Everything he does everything everybody does in show business is calculated. So
I'm a cum pig. Then you go on this morning and trash me? Dude, I'm your biggest ally. Holy shit. Dave, how many times do I talk favorably to you, even in private, about Kevin?
This is such a John move. He's mastered this move of like, tell him what a great guy I am when nobody else is around to see it.
The whole time I've talked to you, you've never once said anything bad about Kevin Brennan. I mean, that's
never
for me to say.
Not once. And I got to wake up this morning to see him, and I sniped Deuce Payer again this morning.
Oh, did you?
I thought Kevin would be pleased, but no.
No, he didn't do it to please Kevin. He did it because he knows he fucked up. He's trying to save face with Kevin in any way, shape, or form. That's
I hate
what
to
he's
say
doing.
this, but it sounds just like the way he would deal with his family. You know, he probably didn't make the baseball game or the anniversary, but he showed up the next morning with all of this over the top stuff and like woke everybody up and scared the kids and just freaked everybody out and thought he was making up for it with this grand gesture when it's really like, you missed the baseball game. That's it. You can't make up for it. Just own it. Don't miss the next one. He knows he missed it. He knows he was late and he knows he was drunk. So he tried to make up for it with this. You know, there's terms for this in dating. You know, there's like this over the top kind of love bombing stuff that he thinks makes up for degenerate, awful behavior. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
And just to remind everybody, he did snipe us the next morning when we were doing the BS show with his camera off and our sound muted. So it was just him laying in bed going, oh, which
That must have been humiliating for you.
it was tough. It was tough. Hey, there they are. Look at them. Why am I in bed?
That's great. Hey, well, again, I love having Adam here because I get to find out things. You're from Long Island, as you said, like John is now, and you were talking about the accents. You have a great speaking voice. Now, did you take lessons, or were you not thrown out into the sump like a feral dog?
When I was a teenager, I took classes to learn how to speak correctly. And basically what they told me was they made a little cassette tape for me. And they said, say this word. And I said, can't. And then they said, say this word. And I said, apple. And they said, okay, take the A from apple and put it into that word. And I said, can't or can't. And can't. And they said, correct. Talk. Say talk.
Right.
Okay. Once I had the tape and they showed me the words, I learned it and I could do it because there was a film that wanted to cast me and they're like, we want to cast him, but he sounds like he's from Long Island and this is a Midwest family. So once I learned, it didn't take much. Plus, I lived in California for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, his accent has gone from Long Island, which it stayed Long Island, which shows you how averse he is to change because he's surrounded by other accents, but he holds on to this one. And then it's not Long Island anymore. It's now this Tony Soprano kind of Staten Island or kind of over the top mafia
it's Jersey.
guy.
That's what it is. Jersey.
Is that what it is? Yeah. It went from, it's the tri-state area, but it used to be uniquely Long Island. Now it's just a real generic, I guess, Jersey accent, which is weird because, you know, Lou Reed had that Long Island accent and he kept it his whole life, you know? But this guy, I think it's no longer Long Island and it's just a stereotype.
Oh, but he toned it down for the Tonight Show. It was much more manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah. He still had that Long Island though, which was fascinating. You know, the R's. It's your Aunt Linda becomes your Aunt Linder.
Right.
And he holds that's a Long Island thing. He holds on to that. You know, my mother still does that, but it blows me away that his mother has a Danish accent, but when he does an impression of his mother, she has like a Jewish Yenta accent. So he's doing, again, Howard's mother or someone else's mother. And he, especially when he talks about love stuff, he gets into this, like, you're a pretty girl, this, like, real creepy, older Long Island thing. That's, it's very different. I wish I'd
kind of a more of a Jewish, he goes into a kind of a more of a you pretty girl.
Yeah, he does. It's interesting. It reminds me of, like, my family, which I know his didn't sound like. So I think it's probably like Hitman Dan's family that he's co-opting, like Hitman Dan's name.
Right.
Maybe it's a Ray Stern.
Yeah, it has that vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead, he goes on his show and starts trashing me right from the get-go. Right from the jump-off point. Dick 89, thanks for the $5, John. Love you, but you shouldn't let Cabe's bees trash and you get to you. That's his shtick. He said worse things about his brother and dad. Yeah, well, his dad beat the fuck out of him, and his brother fucking doesn't talk to him. So I don't really take that as a compliment.
Yeah, not the point of what that guy said at all. Even a little bit. That was rational advice he just gave you, and you just skipped right over it. Even DG got it.
Yeah, listen, you're not going to talk this guy off the ledge. He came here to do something, and he's going to do it, no matter how many facts you put in his face.
Hey,
I mean, all John had to say is, "I don't want to do it." I'd be like, "Good." I mean, once I did my show yesterday, I basically was going to tell him, like, I don't care either way. I thought it'd be funny if he did.
I'm sure you wouldn't have heard a peep out of Kevin if John backed out and said, "I don't want to do this."
it. But if he didn't do it, I was fine with that too. It doesn't matter to me. I thought it was funny when he was sniping them last week, and he was just focused on Mike Morse not talking. I thought that was funny. And then they took Mike Morse off yesterday. I think they kicked him off because he wasn't talking, and they knew it looked stupid.
Yeah, we have a quota around here. Mike's got to hit. There, he's gone. He didn't hit enough words tonight.
I'll talk a little bit more, I promise.
So again, I didn't care. I didn't
you just did an hour and a half on a subject you don't care about. How the fuck is that possible?
I was gonna say, you know how long I spend on things I don't care about? Nothing. Zero.
Care, but I don't listen. I'm not better than people, but I don't like to lie, because then it's like, oh no, then you have to keep covering for your lie.
He's the same guy. It's the same guy. I don't like to lie.
Yeah.
Where have we heard that before?
I don't really care. I mean, I do. Duke of all pixels. Thanks for $2. Talking about KB's family. The mob doesn't do that. No. Someone mentioned his dad and brother, not me.
But you're right. No women, no kids. Duke Pixel.
Little did he know that how deep into the Kevin Brennan family he would end up getting.
You're right.
Yes, but somebody mentioned his dad and brother on the chat.
I know. I wasn't saying it to you. I was saying it to him.
Ray Ping you. $5. Drew from Drew and Mike. Who don't know what trash you get. So is Brandon, the producer, who has small hands. I don't care.
They're advertising.
I think you meant to say, I don't understand any of this.
They're doing.
Don
Melendez, take him $2. John, you owe Karl 100. Pay him. Hypocrite. No, I don't. Karl.
Don Melendez is a troublemaker.
Here's the thing.
I thought this would be the one time where he's like, oh, I do? Shit. I'll get that right over to him. But I guess that didn't happen.
My bad.
Do you know what happened? These guys, both Brennan and John, they kind of represent a generation of guys who realized that you could make money. People will send you money during your show. The super chats broke these motherfuckers' heads.
Yeah.
It just became all about the super chats. It's crazy watching these guys count everybody else's money. Now it's a competition to see who's getting more super chats than the other guy. But for them, it's like, this is free money in my fucking pocket. So they don't have to even put a show on. All they know is if they just turn that camera on and they yell and they sound like morons, then they'll get $1.99 every fucking 3 minutes.
Yep. There's nothing more to add to that. You said it perfectly.
Remember when Jackie Martling was on and you were explaining to him about super chats? The fucking it's like you blew his mind. He was like,
I know.
I give you money. You could stay home and make money.
But I couldn't sit here and be like, let's change nothing. Let's add nothing. Let's put no effort into this and keep raking these super chats in. I couldn't do that. It's no different than Cameo. Go open up a Cameo. Like I couldn't fucking do that.
It's no different than TikTok. These are the same people shitting on TikTok and saying these kids dancing for money. Right. What do you think you're doing, KB? Right. I mean, you used to be a comedian. You're like a singer-songwriter who used to write his own songs, who now just does covers that people ask, regardless of how well you sound singing them, for the money. And you admit it, and your show is now based on, why does that person covering these Justin Bieber songs make more money than I do? And that's your show. None of this is entertainment. It's all just bitterness and anger, and you're holding on to these people that used to be your fans that still send you money.
Yeah. And eventually and I've always said this, that type of format for a show, eventually you run out of people to be mad at. Your audience runs out of people to be mad at. And guess who's next? You. That's what always happens with this.
But Brennan did something, and John does it maybe out of his own hubris, but he or avarice. I mean, So Brennan used to put on a really funny show, like a really fun, like it was compelling. Like before the Dabbleverse was created. You know, Misery Loves Company. They used to have guests on. They used to talk about comedy. They used to talk about all this stuff. Now he would rather do it by himself. He just wants to do it by himself. Therefore, he doesn't have to pay a lot of people money for the most part. He has guests on. John, same thing. No more moderators. It's all me. I'm my own producer. I do it. it's because he doesn't have to share his super chats with anybody. It became this whole, this is mine. I don't have to share it with anybody. I can do it all by myself. So therefore, that's what the show becomes. It's a guy sitting in front of a camera going, fuck that guy. These things, he's doing his thing with his money. I'm doing my thing with my money. He was supposed to, you know.
It's two guys sitting across from each other in fruit stands, you know, just sitting there fucking yelling at each other.
Yeah, well, what you kindly said, Zen, is that it used to be about putting on a show, and now it's just it's just about money.
Right.
That's all it's about. It used to be about the fruit, right?
Ah.
Now it's just about selling it.
Right.
This is what I want to clarify. Because, yeah, at one point, see, I didn't pay attention with the dues pace. I mean, Lady K said. See, Dave, I thought he said people in his chat were saying that I owed him the money.
Right.
And I mistakenly said, but those are his friends. No, I meant his fucking fans and guys that hate me. And he goes, well, Doug and Richie are your friends. Look, Carla, Doug and Richie have integrity. Okay? You were a fan of the Howard Stern show, which means...
What's he looking at? Because it ain't the camera. Is he reading this?
Maybe.
Hold on.
And he goes, well, Doug and Richie are your friends. Look, Carla, Doug and Richie have integrity. Okay? You were a fan of the Howard Stern show, which means that you were a fan of mine. Dude.
He's totally reading that, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
So again, if John didn't do the thing, I didn't really even care. I mean, and once my show's over, I basically drop whatever concerns and issues I had. I basically drop them. So if John didn't snipe the show, it wouldn't have affected me at all. I thought it'd be funny, so that's why I encouraged.
Crazy. He hired the guy to snipe the show. The guy sniped the show. That affected him negatively more than it would have if he never sniped the show at all, apparently.
I'm like, I'll give you $100 plus the money you make on the super chats. You should make a little bit of money. Fake super chats, fake super chats. The super chats, fake super chats.
Broken.
Boom.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Fake super chats. Regular super chats. Any fake super chats? Fake super chats. They're super chats. Yeah, I got fake super chats. Super chats aren't working. Super chats work. Fake super chats. They're super chat machine. Super chats. Super chat. The super chats. Super chat is super chats. I had a super chat. Doing fake.
He's got to look at his notes for the word super chat.
Super chat. It's super.
Well, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Joe, how many shows was this over?
This is one. This is just that show.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like a series of like 50 shows, maybe.
Well, good thing he doesn't care.
Super chat, fake super chats, dollar super chat with super chat. The super chat, fake super chat, money in super chat with super chat, and super chats with super chats. Now Shuli's super chats is the super chatter. Don't you super chat? I said you to super chat from thing about super chats or fake super chats. Pretty the super chats. Any super chats? The super chats come fake super chats and fake super chats. Super chat.
Wow.
It's been a good show, guys.
My super chat, bro. The super chat. Fake super chat. Fake super chats. I mean, this fake super chat.
What's up, Adam?
My ears hurt.
Fake super chat. Fake super chat. Fake super chat.
It ain't over, baby.
Another 10 minutes of this. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Now John's 4 minutes super chats here.
Yeah. See, I love how all these guys always try and make me. Somehow I'm the bad guy.
Yep.
Say hello to the bad guy.
Yeah.
He was the bad guy in that movie too. He was definitely the bad guy.
Yep.
It was say goodnight to the bad guy.
Yeah. I'm not the bad guy here.
Yeah.
I'm fucking loyal. KB just went off of me today for fucking half an hour. And yeah. And I'm still not going to trash him. I will say this. Mighty Horse Rocks, thanks for the...
His dad beats him and his brother's more successful. I'm going to take the high road, guys.
Thanks for the membership. KB said you should send him $100 stay in his good graces. No, he owes me money for yesterday and for sniping. Mm-hmm. I know. This is the best. Barzy, Uncle Rico talking about the glory days of Howard Stern, his peak. Really? I know.
I don't really care. I
Wow. I would never do that. Ever.
Wow.
How humiliating.
Wow.
All right, let's get to these super chats and we'll finish this package tomorrow night for you guys. Chunky Manson was peak John. You can never truly appreciate things like this in the moment. Only in hindsight can you truly appreciate what you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what you got till it's on Cameo. You know the song.
Yep. They paved paradise. They put up Cameo.
Cameo. They put up a sweaty guy in a parking lot. KB didn't do the wow thing on Compound Media. I think it's a tick he picked up lately. I'll stay tuned to find out the answer to that.
KB seems like a good place to set up a second web.
Thank you, Lie Spider.
Thanks, Lie Spider. El Jefe. John looks like
Inigo Montoya's drunk uncle.
Inigo Montoya's.
Mandy Patinkin.
Yes.
Thank you. Zen, how dare you have a show on my birthday?
Oh.
Yeah, he's a prick like that.
Mhm.
Don't
I heard
support
about
him.
you.
Don't support him January 18th at Poughkeepsie, laughitupcomedy.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hank Stram was great on PDP. Hey, discount.
Oh, hey, Connie Linkus.
Connie, that's a great pull.
Yeah.
Sunflower specials on everyone he's had an online relationship with, from the meeting and how they initially characterizes them to the end and what he says then.
Wow.
That is the plan, Sunflower.
I love it.
There are plenty of these to go through. A Sucret's chippy. Yeah, let's do it. If this was a drinking game, every time he said chip, I'd be trashed. John is sweaty from taking a shit at McDonald's. Makes sense, too. Checks out. It brings me joy. You are all Jews. Am Israel Chai. Let's go, baby.
I'm out of here. Fuck that.
Michael P. I'm trying to decide if Mick Foley / Stuttering John is his best recent look. Adam is amazing. Zen continues to crush it. Fuck you, Mike Morse. Hey, Frog and Andy. Go Bills.
Hey,
Thank you.
Froggy. Go Bills.
Bills and Ravens coming up. That'll be a good game.
That's going to be a good game. Jenny G. gifting 5. Thank you, Jen.
I'll be on the prowl. Be on the prowl.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire.
That's the best.
Don't awake a sleeping bush.
Yeah,
protagonist.
I do miss Clay. I miss Clay.
Yeah,
I do too. I really want him to go on a PDP and just talk. Look, no matter what Clay does, John's gonna fucking snap on him one day. So you might as well just. And I'm not saying go on and trash the guy. Go and defend him.
Right.
Well, works so good for Chad. It'll probably work good for him.
I think
It's well worth the extra trouble.
everyone's got a plan until the camera comes on. Zen, is Letitia the name of the pretty lady who occasionally hands you a drink off screen and definitely isn't a dresser?
Facts.
Where's Frog? Get that man a Riley Martin piss jug. He's been
Hi,
here the whole
Froggy.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Amazing that this moron can follow all of the bar rules, but nothing else in life. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but the bar is what's important.
I remember I had to go to my 90-year-old grandmother's house when she was still living by herself to fix her record player, and it was connected to the television. I had to unplug the TV to connect the record player, and there was a moment of panic I saw, I'll never forget, that fell over her because she watches the Yankee game every week. It's her lifeline. And when that TV was unplugged, she had this panic in her eyes, like, make sure that's going to get back in because I need that, and I need this to work for me to keep going. You see the importance that the culture at the pub has to John. You see how important what those people think of him. You see how much it means to him. He's quit jobs before he lets the cool guy at the pub see him as a postman. And that shit he's protective of. Not his friends or his family or the people he loves, but that he is very protective of.
It's crazy. I wonder if you do an experiment. Put up a $5 super chat trashing family, and then put up a $5 super chat trashing a barmate and see which one upsets him more. This is beyond drunk math. It's drunk algebra. I like it. I've left Chuck E. Cheese's and gave any extra skee ball tickets to the first kid I saw on the way out. It never occurred to me to sell them to a kid. Yeah. DabbleCon 3, Las Vegas, please. It's duly noted. We will keep you posted. My wife was surprised a year ago when she asked me if I still listen to Stern, and I said no. She asked what I listen to now. My answer, well, that's hard to explain. Great show, boys. Smart answer, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
May I recommend Sheet Shitterson on YouTube? Has a great part 1 documentary of the Dabbleverse. Still waiting for part 2, but you can't rush genius. Adam's right. John, show me how you can become that. Donna G. Oh, hey, Andy.
Oh, hey, Donna.
Hello. Mars, if only John cared this much about AA chips. Cool. Victor Mature, John's auditioning for a real far back extra. Big Daddy, come on, man. Let it go already. Oh, there's DG walking back in to pay the tab from the viral video.
Walking is a general term.
He definitely wasn't running. Hey, Don, who's hiding behind the mic? He scared me.
Hey, Superfish Fry. I'm a ticking time bomb, and your time is up.
Heard Howard Stern on 101 saying he uses his underwear to guide. Oh, yeah. No, that's definitely a Howard thing.
Yep.
Oh. Where is that? And go support Looney Tunes Critic. His YouTube channel is fantastic as well. Another brilliant creator out there. Yeah, very funny. To quote Costanza, these two did a show about nothing. Yep. DB fan, Shuli, you can put together a comedy show with any 3 comics living or dead. Who do you choose?
Okay, besides me, who else?
Mike Morse to close it.
He'll be the dead comic. I'll pick 2 living.
One name that pops off immediately, who I've had the pleasure of working with and seeing, and is just amazing, is Robert Kelly. Robert Kelly is phenomenal stand-up. Brewer is another guy that I can just watch forever. And
are you going to say Patrice or not?
No, I'm picking living people.
Oh, I thought you white people.
Yeah, I'm setting this tour up, and then last one, she's hilarious, Jessica Kierson, who's phenomenal, phenomenal.
Yep, very funny.
Destroys every time.
I was trying to bring back people from the dead, but whatever you want to do, fine.
Yeah, they're dead. What am I going to talk to them about? You know, fuck
what
them.
The afterlife was like?
They shouldn't have died if they wanted to go to dinner with me. Or do a show, whatever the question was. It's a look into the workings of 2 imbecile minds. Yeah. I got my keychain today. Skull, back at you, Mike.
Thank you, Beef.
Titan, hey, Bushy, love your spot in Allegoria. Just couldn't close the deal. Could you? You almost lived, nerd.
Hey, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, God damn it.
God.
Thank you for that. That was very cool. It's a film called Allegoria. Everyone should check it out.
They're not going to remember what I said.
No, they won't, but it's fun.
Has anyone seen the last episode of Landman? No, I haven't watched that yet. I'm going to watch that tonight.
Tonight, the spoiler alert night? Jesus.
Yeah, come on, people.
American Primeval on Netflix, I thought was good. Peter Berg, director. Traditionally, wood is the 5th wedding anniversary gift. Thank you, Joe Corson. And finally, Stewie, Shuli, you could call it the Hello, Fellow White People Tour. There you go. Hey, you asked off in the cuff, as John would say. I gave you an answer. Now, let's find out how we can support our pal, Adam Bush. What would you like to plug, my friend?
Everybody, just please give, if you can, to the Pasadena Humane Society. They're they have too many animals to take care of, and it's kind of a crisis happening there right now. So please, Pasadena Humane Society, anything you could give would be greatly appreciated. Use promo code CUM.
That video I saw, that dude who went back to his place and his dog came running down and crawled through the fence.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Gut wrenching, man.
Yeah,
Shuli Lamb, you motherfucker! Fuck off! I don't believe you. You lie about everything. Jack Sampson, Canada needs a new leader soon. Andrew Houston, I'm down.
That's a great idea. I mean, sorry, that's crazy.
Hey, Adam, it's been a rough week. Can we move my therapy, move up my therapy session to Wednesday at 2?
Yeah, I told you again, you have to go through your insurance. You can't contact me directly.
Hey, another brilliant creator. Who can forget this? Really make some genius stuff. Made the Duty song, Clay Duty song that everybody loves. Norman Bates is his own mother. Yes, absolutely. Good point. All right,
haven't
listen.
seen that movie either. Thanks.
Adam, Humane Society.
Pasadena
and,
Humane Society, yes.
Thank you. And
Allegoria.
Allegoria, don't spoil it. And follow him on social media, if you will. And we love Adam on here, man. Anytime. We love you, pal. And thank you so much for doing this. Sorry for the long night. Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
This was a blast. This was therapy for me. Thank you guys so much for having me.
The great Adam Bush, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. We will nobody gets off a show faster than Adam, I'll tell you that. We will be back tomorrow. Are we doing anything during the day? Do we know? I don't know yet. We'll figure it out, but we'll definitely do something at night.
Tonight. Yeah.
So thank you to everybody sharing, all the clips and the shows and letting all your people know. We appreciate it. Hey, hit like on your way out. Hit subscribe if you don't mind.
Check out Trainables. It's a great show. It's starting to fucking really build up some steam. A lot of people are liking it. Give us your input. We have a Trainables in the Discord. So put in the videos that you want to watch. We cover sexual harassment. We cover the 50s PSA ones, what not to do, this and that.
All the hits. All the hits.
How to make fries.
How to sing about chili. And then Jim Butterfield rules. Oh, we'll get to that motherfucker. But yes, Trainables is great. We're having a lot of fun doing it. Share it with people. Get the word out there. It's non-Dabbleverse related, so we'll get some people in here, and then we'll ruin their lives by
It's well worth
them.
the extra trouble.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you mañana. Shout out to the boys in the back. Great fucking package, boys. We'll see you. Bye.
That's all for the Uncle Rico show. That's all for the Uncle Rico show. Grab one more beer and shout out, Skull Good. Bye.